I think I did it last time.
He did it last time, so it's me,
Yeah.
me and Joel's. I call dibs.
Dibbing. He's dabbing.
He's
Oh,
dabbing?
dab.
Oh,
Never. Yeah, disgusting.
dab.
Okay,
I
so
think
let's
I am
see.
Gen Z.
Disgusting!
So everyone is
Just
sure that the
cut.
stream is working and that Werewolf Self is still fucked.
No,
And with that,
it's
It's
good.
still fucked.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it is.
Is it? No, it isn't.
Yeah.
It's still. It doesn't change to an A.
It changed to a 19. And then to 27.
Oh.
And then to 19 and 27.
still fucked like we
Over
want
and
it to be.
over and over again.
So what was it? Which one? Oh yeah, this is
Your
the
whole
one we
fuck.
did.
Let's see here.
Okay, so let's see.
General at everyone.
Yeah, I'll also go to my own.
Fuck, I did a bad, I think. Yes, I did.
Right.
Edit. I put a space, I think. There we go. That's more like it. Can I?
If it's slow for me to roll dice and such, it's because I currently don't have a mouse, so
How dare you not
Why
be
don't you have a
prepared?
it's fine. I'll have a mouse tomorrow when it comes from via Amazon. Thank you, Amazon.
Tomorrow
It's
doesn't
gone. That
Why
one
is your
already
mic so
knows.
staticky?
Yeah,
Hold
also
on.
that.
It is actually very staticky, yeah.
Is it still staticky?
Yeah.
A little bit. No, not that one, the other one. This one!
Yes. Oh, yeah, I'll see you went.
Yep, he went by.
Baby.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, that's
Is
better.
it still staticky?
No.
Okay.
Not as bad.
I literally hopped off, did a voice test, and went, "This isn't staticky. What are they on?"
Well, we literally have a stream if you want to check it out. Ah, yeah.
I think you're full of shit. No, I won't test the stream. I'm an American. I don't need facts.
Truth.
No, not this one.
I this thing bad at work the other day, which was great. There was an old man with a MAGA hat, you know, Make America Great Again,
Yeah.
that was walking down the aisle literally the day after Biden won. And I went, just audibly, the fucking glare that man gave me.
I wonder fucking why.
I didn't even mean to. It was just a reaction. He was wearing it out. It's just mentally, I was like, "Wow, that's a ballsy play right after you lost."
What are you talking about? They haven't lost yet.
Also, it's a great headwear. It warms your head.
It warms your head.
Remember, the media doesn't determine the election. The courts do.
Yes.
Do that actually?
Well, so
Stop the vote. Oh,
Stop
God.
the steal.
What is
Stop
America?
the steal.
What is America right now, guys?
I don't know. It's something. It's hilarious and depressing to watch.
Yep. That's why I'm yeeting out of here. Yeet is deleting.
Yes.
Yo, lucky you. Miko, I'm moving in next door.
Hey, no. Frank's available.
It's true.
What's up, Pam?
Yeah?
How you doing?
Uh,
Well, go bend over if I get out of America. I don't care.
Oh no, Frank's a top.
Good guy. Good guy.
If that looks fine.
Why?
I don't know how to
Hell
respond to that. I'm usually able to. I couldn't respond to that. This Frankie's. I'm too tired for this. Too tired.
Wait, what you on about? It's actually late for you guys for once, and you're tired? Both of you. Goddamn Americans.
I don't sleep Correct.
It's almost like I only hang out with Europeans that have different time zones than something.
That
So
is
I'm
a
saying I wake
decent
up at
excuse,
3
not gonna
a.m.
lie.
to start work.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So how is your new work treating you, Elsia? Is it fine? Or
It's okay, I guess. I mean, I've definitely had worse jobs, and my boss actually seems to favor me. Everybody calls her a complete bitch, but she's been very nice to me. So
okay. And also, what's the risk of dismemberment? Lower than your
I
previous job?
have even heard. I have not even come close to losing anything. The worst that happens, I accidentally pierced a seltzer bottle and sprayed carbonated water about 20 foot down an aisle.
So
Closest I've had. Fairly
yeah.
safe.
So way better than previous job. Where what was it that like your almost accident was? Or were you many accidents?
Several
or-
times I almost removed a finger with a very powerful drill meant to carve through
Yeah,
several
I remember
inches
that.
of
Oh yeah. Weren't like
plastic.
your glove like ripped off?
Yes, it grabbed my glove and ripped my thumbs towards the drill, and if I reacted slower, bye-bye thumb. You know?
Yeah.
I've had that happen on a slicer once.
A slicer. Oh, the things that like slice meats?
Yeah, I had a chainmail glove on it. It cut the glove.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang.
Very not great. Still not the most dangerous. The most dangerous is when I accidentally, when I ripped a still half molten piece of aluminum out of the mold, and it melted through my fire-resistant gloves.
Shit.
I grabbed it, threw it down, and then just flipped my hands down. Luckily, the gloves were too big, so they just flew off, but they were literally just melted.
I had acid on my hand once in chemistry lab.
Same. Hydrochloric
I had to
acid?
throw- I don't remember which acid it was, but I had to rip my glove off really fast. It was catching on fire.
That's fucking wild. Mine was not that powerful. I got some acid on me, and I went, and the teacher's like, water, water! And I went,
Well, this was like my organic chemistry lab in college, so like they let us play with the big boy stuff.
the big boy stuff.
The big
Ooh.
boy stuff.
And Jesus
Ooh.
Christ, like Frankie, like have you ever like come close to anything dangerous like that in a
No!
way? Like,
Not even
Jesus Christ!
close.
Oh, I've been close. I've had many near-death experiences where I'm like, oh,
It's
I
the
would've
American
died.
way.
I could have actually hurt
I could
myself.
have died. I could have died.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to
Yeah.
recollect. The only thing I really remember is like, oh Frankie, you remember when we were biking together and I fell off my bicycle and there were some asshole drivers who just like were skirting right by?
Yeah, I can seem to remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, oh, dear God, those were assholes. And I remember that kind of fondly because that's the first, like, because it was my life and everything that was, like, in question. Your, like, uncle, aunt, and my cousin were all cussing at that fucking car.
Yeah.
Because everyone got so
That was
pissed.
complete rage.
Yeah.
Nicole, I've actually been hit. Man, it sounds like you're level 0. I'm sorry. You're
Oh,
not
yeah, no,
American.
brothers.
Low level.
like the most
American.
close to death I've been is when I slid under a truck.
No, that sounds wild. Hold on.
Yeah, no, so,
Yeah,
so let's,
I remember that.
yeah, me telling that story, right? Let me see if I can get you guys onto a map here. Let's just create an empty page.
An empty
Cause-
page to show us what happened.
Yeah, I'll draw it really shittily. But like, there was like a bend here, traffic going this way, traffic going this way, right? And so
Mhm.
in the bend, I slid on my bicycle. So I'll just draw it to the right here. So
If you want Twitch to see this as well, you need to scroll up a little bit.
yeah, I did. So if you just look at the 4 points of
Oh,
the
there you go.
truck here, right?
Mhm.
So it was going this direction. So I slid and I went like that.
I think there's a word here.
And this was with school. But for everyone watching, it was so unbelievable that no one believed me. Even as they watched it happen, they just for most people just thought that I went like this. I
Yeah.
remember my head, my helmet banging on the underside of the truck.
Wild.
Yeah. And no one noticed, and there was no commotion. I was like, okay, I just got back on my bike and continued bicycling.
I can't do it. I wanted to.
What? No.
It's so hard to do with the mouse pad.
You goddamn juvenile piece of shit.
They can't see the head. They only see the the shaft and the balls on Twitch.
Goddamn. But yeah, no. So that's so like I have 3 times I've been like, or one of them isn't really close to death. I don't think. Cause it was when I was walking. I think I told this one to everyone before. Yeah, walking down the street, and lightning struck literally the lamppost that was walking over me. And the funny part about the story is that that lamppost didn't get fixed for over a year. So every
My
time
friend-
oh yeah, go on.
Go on. Every time.
No. So and that was on my way to school. So every day for a fucking year, I would like just go by. I remember like I just like have vivid image of just the fucking flash as the lightning just struck down right above me. So that was fun. And then it got fixed, and yeah. Oh yeah, and I was walking with a friend of mine, and we just one day we walked there at night because we would tend to walk together at night just to talk and shit like that. And it was fixed. It was it's fixed. And that's the end of that story.
My buddy Steve, there was like a bad storm in Ohio one day, and he was doing a video call with someone, and Chiro actually, I think. And the connection was getting shitty and stuff like that. He just leaned out his window, was like, "Fuck the Odin!" just very loudly about it.
Yeah.
Literally within moments, the tree next to his window got struck by lightning.
Well, luckily that's not Odin, technically.
I mean, look, I think Thor would get angry about fuck Odin,
Pretty much.
but it was funny, crazy story,
Understandable.
fucking wild.
Yeah.
I actually saw where it was struck by lightning. I'm like, because here's the wild part, right? The tree isn't like, it is literally touching his window, basically. Like the branches touch his window. Struck by lightning.
Don't mess with the Norse gods.
Don't know.
They'll
That's
fuck you up.
Let us take a moment to say a prayer to Odin. Hail, Odin, the All-Father, the one-eyed God who knows all.
The Hanged King.
Yes. Må hans ravner overvåke oss og sørge for Smite the heathen!
Fucking storm starts outside.
I mean, it is already raining here. It's not far from it.
Yeah, so shall we get
Just real quickly.
Yeah.
Huh?
I just wanted to make notice that I rolled 3 6s.
Yeah, I saw that. 666.
Oh.
It's a time.
Satan.
Yeah, the number of the beast.
Batman.
Fuck yeah. Just wanted to draw notice to it.
Let's start this off with a good session.
Da.
Syndagant.
Da. Syndagant.
One day I'll fight in character. One day. As soon as I make more bullets. Ah.
Da.
Duh. Well, maybe you should start the session.
I mean, it's only been 7 minutes since we started the stream. Come on. We can take it up to half an hour again.
Again.
Yeah, again. Yes, the professional. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. I'm about to change the headline we create. Like we're still people playing a serious game. It's still people playing a game that occasionally starts.
Occasionally starts.
Oh, and
That
goddamn,
may or may not begin at some point.
3 silly players and 1 GM who really, really wanted a serious game.
Yeah.
Very patient man.
Yes. No, I have to be honest, right? That because of all of this, I have been kind of lax in terms of preparation, and also I don't know what in the heck I'm supposed to prepare. Since you guys are caravanning.
My favorite part is how serious often the last game was, and now you're like, let's stream this one. We're like, oh, so we can be silly.
No, I'll see. It's just
It's so accurate though.
It really is.
Previous game, complete seriousness for at least like 50%, if not a little more.
Yeah.
This time,
Yeah, I go-
seriousness like 10% of the time.
Yeah, I go like, yeah, okay. They've proven themselves to take it the serious note I want for this game. Yep. Yeah.
Look,
Wow.
you added Joel. He gave us a laugh one time. That means it's okay to make the penis jokes and draw
Yes.
A laugh and a
draw
gaff and a
penises on the road.
bunch of shafts.
God damn it. Oh. Okay. Let's go with the recap. Who wants to do the recap?
Oh boy, do I. Oh boy.
Go ahead, do the recap for your inspiration.
Where we started last time, the party was still, huh?
Do you have D&D right now?
Yes,
Out in Taiwan.
for 4 hours typically.
I tell him to fuck off.
Today for Saturday?
It's D&D
I
time.
apologize. As I was saying, we started off last session, the party just woke up after a day and night, I suppose, of it being in the rain, with their clothes now dry due to Hedrum using his prestidigitation. They moved on from there towards the small town that was in the distance. Upon arriving, they found, again, a very similar, strange structure, tower of sandstone. Yeah, limestone.
A limestone, yeah.
Limestone. But along with that, what seemed to be actually a normal town in the area around it. A bit sparse, but still compacted dirt, old, weathered barricades, more or less, wooden palisades that bordered it that was seeming to be taken down and reused for kindling or other such as well. While inside, they decided to head towards a tavern, and there they more or less just drank for the first time. Cedric decided to decipher some of his blueprints that he had found, but more or less it passed relatively uneventfully, with exception of Hedrum seducing but not fucking two of the people inside the bar. You know, the typical way.
Unintentionally, but yes.
Cedric also asked if there would be any way to earn money, and found out there are 2 caravans that might be in use of work. Following that path, Hedrum, Cedric, and Warble all found the caravans, was rudely denied by one of them due to showing very little promise and failing everything they wanted to do. But the second guy, seeing Warble manage to very easily by himself do 2 to 3 men's worth of work, decided to hire all of us for probably a steal. And by that I mean definitely a steal.
He paid us
And
in
the
steel.
groups began to head north.
Yeah, we got paid in steel coin.
No, got paid in apparently brick, whatever that is. Are they actually bricks, or is this what it's called?
No, it's just what
They're called.
Yeah, because
And they
Frankie
have a
remembers.
depiction of a single brick on the copper coin and 4 bricks on the silver coin.
Okay. I would have been very, very amused if it was just he pays with some bricks. Here's your brick.
That's useful for that.
Yeah, no, it would be interesting since there is a limestone quarry and there isn't many metal mines in the area.
So what you're
Uh,
saying is there's a shortage of metal. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I
Don't know where
noticed.
they made their money out of it.
There's a shortage of forges. Ah, I see.
For some reason, I'm not allowed in a smithy. We're allowed in a cart full of metal bits. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna kill this man to steal all of his metal.
Shit, dick.
It's mine now.
But you know where to use the metal to forge. You have no smithy.
Ah, we have no smithy, but as you just mentioned, there's plenty of stone. I can make one. It is literally just bricks with some coal in the middle.
Yeah, but how would you buy the bricks? You have no bricks.
Well, he's giving
I'd
us
kill.
10 bricks.
You seem to misunderstand. Apparently, these people don't know about bandits. Murder and theft seems to be a very easy choice. Anyways, can I get my inspiration?
Remember, we're good, Pete guys.
We'll see about that.
We'll see about that.
He has
Okay.
to really think about the inspiration.
Yes. Fine, you get your inspiration.
Look,
guess.
since there was so little, I even did it in like better detail than normal. I'll do my
He's not
best.
entirely wrong.
That's true. But anyhow, it is early morning, and you just help this man. You still not asked his name, nor has he asked yours, to fill his cart. All the boxes are loaded, and the road towards the north beckons.
Yes.
Yeah. Anything lastly you want to do in town? You do remember the rate you're getting paid, right?
3 copper a day, yes, and then he
Yes.
also pays for the food.
Yeah.
Which makes me believe the other people were being paid in silver.
Good ass.
Not sure though. I have not, because I wasn't. I don't think they like us right now. Crazy thought. We did just steal their jobs. These damn foreigners stealing their jobs.
Yeah.
Well, then that was quick.
Yep, you know, maybe Trump wasn't all that bad.
Yeah. Look, I don't care if it's a joke. I'll quit right fucking now.
Yeah, I'll reduce
What
it
a
back.
bunch of weirdos.
Yeah, winch and miners. Anyhow, you begin your journey north. I believe it was Cedric who decided to sit in the front together with the
Yep.
traders.
Just
Yep. He
reading
wanted
his,
to.
read my schematics. Yep. That's
I
the
don't
entire
remember
reason.
what
He's
I
like,
was
oh,
doing.
shotgun. It just so you can sit and read.
Yeah, Warble, what
I
you
was
say?
hired just. I don't really know what I was supposed to do since I was just kind of hired as.
You're supposed to do literally all the work.
to
We were
like,
hired so
harder
you
than
could
the
do
other
the work.
animals.
No. He does have 2 oxen, male oxen who draws the cart.
So we're just going to walk beside them, I guess.
Yeah, it
something
seems
like
that
that.
to be the intent. Yeah.
All right. Well,
So it doesn't take long before you leave town and start heading northward as the man asks you all your names.
Cedric, that's Hedrum, and he's Warble.
Very good. My name is Atren. It'll be a pleasure having
What?
you as my employees heading northwards. May I ask though, where are you all from? I swear haven't seen his kind, no your outfits around. Is it a new trend going on?
Something like that.
we're from a village.
Yeah, you still haven't let your spores go out.
This
so you can
versus
talk to-
Boris, yeah.
Oh yeah, right. I'll
Uh,
shake my head.
Can I just real quickly ask what his name was again?
Atrin.
Atrin.
A-T-R-I-N. Atrin.
Thank you.
A train. Got it.
A train.
Oh, fuck. Of course. So
I'll
here's...
shake my head to let my spores out.
Yeah, you shake your head and your spores into Atrin and the oxen, so you can freely speak in their heads.
We came from a village.
Yeah, you see Atrin kind of like blinks his eyes as he looks at you all, and then you see he... I'm just gonna make a roll for him here.
But I pretend I don't react at all.
Sure, roll me a deception.
Holy shit.
Yeah, no, he knows that you're certainly putting on an act. We noticed that like you're...
There's this smirk.
Yes, something like that. But yeah, you see him think of it, so... that explains... So that's you, right? As he like kind of looks behind his card and points at you, Warble.
Of course it's me.
Yeah, I was wondering how you were understanding it earlier. Thought there was some, you know, physical trick to it. But I guess not. He speaks in our heads, and I guess he's not a simpleton then.
I am not simple. I am warble.
I wouldn't say that.
So, you say from village. Where is this village? Or, I guess not you two, but you. What kind of village houses people like you?
To be honest, we all came from the same village. And we have traveled in such a way that we are not entirely sure where it is.
Well, that's very interesting. Where's this village then? Or where do you think it is? If someone get lost, there isn't much or a large space that I know of to get lost in.
It was through a tree.
As he said.
Yeah, no, he actually like looked at Warble, then he looked at you guys for confirmation, and then you confirm, and then he gets like it's like scrunches his eyes like what?
As I said, we have traveled in such a way that we don't really know where the village is.
Okay, I'll shop it out to I don't understand. Don't need to understand.
Fair enough.
So where are we going?
We're headed north. The expansion of the farmlands are ever continuous, and lots of metal produce is needed up there. Nails, new farming equipment. The old ones
Speaking
from
of-
during the dark tends to fail around in these days.
Speaking of, what's with metal here?
In what way do you mean?
Why are people not allowed around the smithies?
Ah, that's a weird one, but well, I don't understand exactly the mechanics of it, right? I understand the trade of it. I do. I don't understand the politicking. But in general, it seems like the priests and of the wall and so on, they tend to control a lot in Grunmoor and in the region as a whole. Because it requires religious people here. I don't put much stock in it, they're grown quite fanatic these days. Put a sour taste in the mouth. But, hey, yeah, you really must not be from around here then. But yeah, so do I need to give you some history lessons as well? Okay, how much do you know?
We know literally nothing.
Ah,
That is without exaggeration.
great. Fine then. I'll give you the things that I've cared to learn. So the dark happened, right? Everything was a hellscape, yada yada yada. And after the dark, the priest wants to stay in the city while the knights want to go away from the city. Because they wanted to go out and kill stuff, because that's what they've been doing, right? That's their calling and all that stuff. So, of course, what happened was that they went out in search of enemies, and the priest stood back and dealt with, ensuring everyone survived and all that. Food, structures, and stuff like that. So, the knights went further away and they got less and less control of stuff. But then they discovered this iron mine here in the east, in the mountains. And of course there's some other metals there as well, but the main export is iron. And a lot of our tools, we relied a lot of bones from the dark, because that was the easiest resource and most useful resource to gather, to do a lot of our building, our structures, and generally a lot of stuff. But with the iron mine and reliable tools you could use from them, or to craft from them, the knights kind of have a monopoly on that trade, and they really don't want anyone else to understand anything related to ironworking.
Oh, so they're assholes.
I wouldn't say it like that. They provide a nice balance to in regards to everything else here.
By not allowing anyone to work iron and learn a trade, it means that you stunt the growth in which you develop that uh, technology. Which is why your metalworking's so crude here.
Like I raises his eyebrow at you. Well, you can see it like
Oh,
that,
nice.
but it is, I must say, quite a fortuitous trade opportunity. He's in such high demand that now kinda, yeah, again, you can look at it like it's assholeish, but in the general grand scheme of things, the society was starting to get kind of like splintered, like almost like coming into two factions, now forced to kind of like interact with each other again. So, yes, sure, I can see your. I don't care too much for it, and I don't think most here do.
Great.
But you said crude. Do you know from this village of yours? Do you know better blacksmiths?
I'm a better blacksmith.
I mean, they made things like this as I pulled out my scimitar.
Not the rusted one, right?
That's mine.
Okay.
I have that.
Yeah. I was
That
like,
was
I was
very
like, I was like, that would be really funny. Yeah, no, you branch as it glints in the morning sun. As he takes like interest to look at. Yeah, no, that definitely looks better than most things, right? Can I hold it?
Sure. I'll
jeez.
unstick from it.
Yeah, he takes it as you release it from your sticky nubs. And he takes the scimitar up and kind of looks at it. You can clearly, or Cedric at least, you can clearly tell he's not used to like wielding an actual weapon. Cause like he doesn't look for the things that you would expect him to look at, like the balance, the tip, and like everything like that. But you see, like he kind of like just looks at the metal itself, and it looks like it's a sharp edge. And like he looks at the craftsmanship in general. Not really a trained eye for that, obviously. But you can see that he seems to, whatever he sees in it, he seems to like, he's to acknowledge it as he hands the weapon back to you, Warble.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a better. Did you craft this?
I didn't know. That's just the type of blacksmithing from back at the village.
You must really be from far away place then, cause such smithing skill could be quite coveted here.
Well, possibly, except I'm not allowed to be near a smithy.
You know, I could. Oh, I sense an opportunity here. I'll think of this
You're
on our
saying that
journey on to north. But yeah, what were you saying?
I was asking if you'd be able to get me into a smithy.
Yes, get into smithy, craft your own one, or something. We'll see how it goes. We don't want to cause really strife with the knights. They're kind of the only ones who can really carry through their threats around this area. But let me think on it. So I also seen like your crossbow here. Like,
Does he know what a crossbow is, Miguel?
yeah, he seems to know.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, like that one's also quite interesting make, different from the type that the knights create themselves. Again, they mostly create bows, but recently those crossbows have been making their appearance.
It's kind of chill down here with sandstorm and.
I'd be interested in seeing them at least.
Yeah, no. I do sense the opportunity here. But for now I have cargo, and all my money is in the cargo.
Well, delivering that would come first regardless. It's not like I could do anything here.
It has to be up there.
Well, I guess we should get on our way.
Yes, let us head out.
Who's there? I saw the hit.
So we shall mark the journey on the map towards the north. You may not do any fast pacing here.
So 24.
Yes.
Look at Frankie doing it so I don't have to with a fucking touchpad.
Where
What a good boy.
Wait, where did you
Oh
go?
no.
Where did you go?
the
You made
fuck
us
did he go?
thin. Control Z.
Oh, yeah.
You made us thin. We're a needle now.
Dig.
There you go.
Oh yeah, I know. I need to open up so much stuff. My notes
Oh,
are so.
we don't need to remove rations. Fucking A's.
Yay.
So yeah, you begin, and as you on the journey, as you keep studying your little chart there, you see that he himself tries to look over as like the caravan is like slowly walking north, but he seems generally just not understand the right things. You see him oftentimes just scrunch his face and then just like scratch his head, and then kind of just give up, looking over your shoulder or to your blueprints.
Clearly, I'm a genius.
Yes.
Totally, I made these. It's not like I also don't understand them. Does anyone at any point be like, hey, it's our turn, bitch? Or is Cedric gonna hog the front seat the entire time?
Nah, I enjoy walking.
Yeah, I'm more or less fine with walking, and I see that you have something to work on, so I don't have that. I would just be sitting there, just yeah. So yeah.
Oh, yeah. You remind me of Crunk there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, your travel continues northwards until dusk comes and it's time to settle in for the night. He takes you off the road and he directs you to some tents to put up, as he goes to tend to the bison, to give them feed and to rope them to the ground so they don't move away.
Alright, I'll put up the tents.
Cedric would help, of course.
Hadrian would probably just get a fire starting.
That's a
Yeah.
good boy.
Yeah, you all work together to set up the camp, and it seems like
Oh, that probably means the dude sees you use magic, huh? Because I doubt you actually use fire instead of just prestidigitating the fire.
Yeah, he'll look at that and he'll like, as you kind of like see him nodding to himself as he seems to be thinking, yeah.
That's a reward for these guys.
Yeah, no, he's really thinking, yeah, this is a good deal I made.
I'm paying these people like they're actual children doing a small task for me. They're doing their chores right now. And I have three of the weirdest people in the world. We are children, that's true. We've been sentient for like 3 years.
Yeah.
3 years?
I don't remember how long it's been. How long we've been sentient, Miko?
About 4.
4?
I don't even
That
think we've
wasn't
been
long.
like, yeah, but full sentience though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
true.
been like semi-sentient.
Yeah, full sentience would most likely be around like 1 year or so.
Yeah, we're toddlers. It's just that Cedric's a particularly annoyed toddler.
He's a grumpy little boy.
Frosty.
Yeah, but you set up, you start the fire, and it seems like that Atrin himself is the one who is going to prepare a meal for the night. And again, with most of the food that is around her, it seems like it's mostly vegetable based. Vegetable and fruits, yeah.
There's a DD.
Doesn't seem to be too much in terms of meat or anything like that.
Interesting.
God damn it.
What?
Can't believe
So
it.
my
A
elk
vegetarian.
meat and my bear meat would probably have been really delicious here.
Possibly, yeah.
God
I want
damn
to
it.
know what the scorpion would have tasted like. Damn it.
That too.
But yeah,
I imagine it tastes like lobster.
Yeah,
Fuck.
but as you set in for a night though, he kind of like sits with the camp as the food is done, and he also. Can you tell me some more about yourselves and your journey to get from nowhere, he says with quotation marks, to here?
It would make us sound like we're madmen.
I'm quite sure he thinks we are madmen already.
No, I'm just interested, that's all. So let me see if I can put
Well-
better music.
We came from a village, and we went through the woods, and we met some little green men. They
Big
were
green men as well.
thirsty. So we told them we would help them find water. But then it turned out that we couldn't help them, and they died. So we kept moving, and we found another forest. And this time we found people that were lizard men, and they couldn't have food. So we promised we'd help them get food, but we weren't able to. And then they died. So we kept traveling north until we came to a snowy land. And we met a man who was dying of cold, and we told him we'd get him heat, but we couldn't, and he died. And then we found a giant tree, and we touched it, and we came here.
Somehow made the trip sound exactly as depressing as it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tyrion seems to eats as he kind of like looks at you too as well, like to see for like confirmation. Like, is this true?
More or less. Was
He's
a couple
missing
of
some
other creatures
details,
that we
but-
also met, but
Well, I would say that you certainly had some bricks loose in your head, but looking at him, as he gestures towards Warble, I can't really refute anything you claim.
Also, everyone here thinks I'm a darkling.
Oh, I can see that. Or not really.
I know, it's silly. I'm horrible. They should just be able to see that.
Yes, yes. Well, the more people understand, and trust me, rumor about you will spread. People understand that, yeah, you and your kind is there others like you?
not that we have seen.
I've talked to a few mushrooms, but no one like me.
Well, I'm sure you'll become a known figure, or a fun story to tell at least.
Well, so far it seems to be a horror story. The only people we've met have run away in fear.
That one time might have been because of the fire magic,
Just
though.
because of the fire.
Yeah. It
You're
doesn't
not
really seem like
fire,
people
are you?
like magic. They're scared of it. Although it is very useful. What is that?
Wait, magic?
Yes.
Yes.
Like, Wait, is that what you call what you did with the fire?
This, yes. As I use prestidigitation twice, once to just snuff the flame, and once to just get it back again.
Ah,
That's magic.
yeah. No, around here it's mostly called miracles. Performed usually by the wall guards.
The wall guards.
Yes.
You said something about a religious thing before. I figured it'd be along those lines.
Huh. It's fascinating.
It's not very hard. but my magic seems to scare people.
Again, I think that was the fire.
I think it might have just been that particular spell, yes. Or maybe some of its ilk, but
But they liked the fire before, but when I did the fire, they ran away.
Well, it's because they also think you're a darkling. I think it's racism.
maybe if you use that magic that you do to create flowers and such, they might have liked that.
There's nothing, but there's nothing to grow here. It's all flat and boring.
That is true. There isn't actually much of a... Well, unlike the mountain that we exited from, there isn't really much difference in height here.
Oh, the lands are decently flat, yes.
Huh.
If you go further east though, Grunmur is built upon this hillock.
West.
And if you all really know nothing, I really recommend you take a journey there. Find one of the Wallmeisters. They... Or... Maybe. I don't know. As he looks at you, Warble. So it's become kind of crazy there. It's the reason why I stay on the roads.
You
What's
mentioned
crazy
before
about-
that.
What do you say? I didn't hear any of you because you talked over.
What's crazy about it?
Well, there's rumors about some extremism and so like that. Like, I don't know too much about it. You should again talk to one of the Wallmeisters. They can give you a rundown of that. All I know is that people are starting to leave the city to live out in the other villages and towns rather than stay close to the Grunmur.
Well, it doesn't really sound like there is much of danger here, so
Yeah, it's
perhaps
actually
they are
seems
seeking better opportunities.
Possibly. But yeah, it's mostly due to the knights. Ooh, they've been vigilant and be damned if they don't hunt out everything when they hear the slightest rumor.
You mentioned before that the knights expanded outwards until they found the mine. Is that all they went? Have you not expanded further than where this town to the north goes?
Well, there's town to the north and there's the farmlands, and yeah, okay, listen. To the north, there's like also small towns, villages, the leftover from the deforestation, some farmlands. And to the south, there's more lands, and then there's like this other place called three walled cities governed by this farmer federation, whatever that's called. Yeah, we don't really trade too much down there anymore. Used to do it a long time ago. But yeah, no, we haven't really. It isn't that long since the dark ended.
How long has it been?
I believe my great grandfather lived it during the dark. Or
Huh.
maybe my great great grandfather. They tend to like embellish slightly. Yeah, in general, there's no need to expand much further than this. There are only so many of us. We don't need more land.
So what you're saying is if I go a day or so outside the topmost village, maybe a few, they probably wouldn't see a smithy I build there.
Most likely not. But good luck getting all of your resources. But it is an interesting point you bring out. I was going to wait until the journey's end, actually, to talk to you about it, but you two already impressed me quite a lot, especially with your unique tricks and it seems general know-how about weaponry. Then he takes like a question look at you and your magic as he looks at you, Hadrim. Because after this journey north, I was about to join an expedition.
What kind of expedition?
Well, it seems that finally the priest of the wall, or the order of the wall, however you want to put it, and the knights, they are thinking of putting a forward outpost towards the east of the mine. They have discovered some scavengers have seen some hillocks or hills, and they want to put a tower there for possibly further exploration. It's along these routes, and we believe that this mine we found was actually part of something greater towards the east.
I'd be very interested, actually.
Yes. So, in general, I'm only supposed to bring with me my oxen, cause... Oh yeah, you won't know that either. Yeah, there's not a lot of animals of burden here. We only have these oxen. I think there are only about 14 other than me that own oxen to drag a cart.
Cheers.
Yeah, we're still breeding a lot of it up north, trying to get ourselves some large herds for sustainable usage. But yes, so having a pair of oxen that can drag a cart, I have been granted the opportunity to help them carry lumber and other sorts towards the east to build the first watchtower. And I think I could get some extra money out of it if I have 3 quite proficient soldiers with me. A mercenary fee, we could call it.
Sounds fine by me.
We don't really have much else to do. So it doesn't sound like a bad idea for me.
Great, great.
Warble, what do you think?
I mean, it sounds interesting enough.
Look at the bright side, Warble. We might see plants if we go out there.
True. Alright, I'll go.
Oh, that's perfect. That's settled then. Hopefully the journey will be nice and uneventful. But yeah, we'll call it a night for tonight. We've done a lot. We have still journeys to go tomorrow. And I guess since you're not around here, have you been further north than this?
He looks at him for a very long second and goes, "No, we've been here for approximately..." He looks over at Hedrum. How long has it been? About a week?
Approximately a week, yes. Do we actually know what a week is? Is probably a good question.
Oh.
Or a day for that. We know what a day is, but
we've been over this. We don't know what those are.
Yeah.
There's no sun.
We know how
But
many
now there
days there
is.
have been.
No,
I think.
you failed me.
He'll just say, "We've been here no time at all. We followed the road east of here. We have not stopped for any amount of time. And we met up with you this same day we got in
Okay,
town."
motherfuckers. Pop it.
Well, well, you'll find the Woodcrafters city. One of the only really cities out here. Yeah. Well, you'll see it tomorrow. I think we'll reach there about then. But it is a city of mostly the production and transforming of large fucking trees to lumber and other things you craft with wood. Carts, furniture, houses, whatever. It's one of the most interesting towns. It's the only interesting town, really. Unless you want to go to Bone Carvers in Grunmoor, there's no really other reason to go over there. Yes. Yes, you'll call tonight here. As he goes to his own tent and goes to sleep.
Such a good first dude as well. He's mentally exhausted. So much
So is there
so many
any-
schematics.
So is there any wildlife around?
Not that you can see, and
Like
again,
birds or...
you have seen the occasional bird, yes. like bird life there seems to be, but again, like you have this like premonition inside of you that just tells you that everything just feels scarce around here. And still, like the dirt itself, like the grass is growing, but it's not growing as vibrant as it should. It's not growing as large, cause like as you look across the grasslands, like in your head, you form this image that they reach up to a foot high and so forth. But here they just seem to like only grow bare centimeters above the ground. Like something seems to be either stunting the growth, or just the land is just not fertile around here.
I'm just laughing at the idea of fucking horrible sees a birds like wild, like just arrow. Go dinner, guys.
God damn it, you guys.
Fucking meat! Yay!
Yeah, don't worry, they're outside bow range.
Damn, how high are these birds? Come on
Above
down.
600
Come to
feet.
600 I just said, come down to 600 feet, motherfucker. Watch what happens.
I'll fuck
and
you
your
up like
friends
we're
are
on the mom.
dead.
Fuck you up, boy.
Which actually kind of reminds me. The rations that we had bought from the dwarf. Was he a dwarf? I don't
No,
remember.
there are only humans here.
Okay, in which case, the old grumpy boy in the first town we were in, the
Yeah.
quartermaster. There we go.
The fort.
The rations, are they also just basically vegetables and such?
Yeah, vegetables like and like dried breads and
Tack.
so forth. Attack, basically.
Okay. So no dried meat or anything like that?
No.
We got raisin bread, man. That's what we have. That's all we have.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, it seems like
Cornbread
yeah,
if we're
again,
lucky.
most of the stuff is based on vegetables and
Roots.
yep.
Okay. Mm.
But yeah, the night passes uneventfully as it usually does, unless if you have any plans you want to perform.
Does Hedrum sneak into his tent?
Sneak into whose tent?
God, none of ours. That'd be weird. Our bosses trying to get us a little more money.
Big guy.
Not today.
Not today.
I'd rather not steal.
Slide in his tent like have a bit of a raise, big boy. Ah. I'll show you some of my magic.
Hell
Rise and
yeah.
shine. It's the middle of the night. Rise and shine. Big guy.
Middle of the
No.
night, we just hear worthless. What? Dicker? I'm not into this.
To understand that reference, watch the previous episode.
Hey.
The guy.
Anyways, D&D.
Anyways, D&D.
True.
So, yeah, the next morning comes, and again, it is a sunny day with light cloud coverage. You can see in the distance, far to the north, you see some thick clouds seems to be forming.
How
I see.
thick?
Quite thick. Oh, it's dense. Mother. Anyhow. Oh.
That took about an hour.
Before performing, the GM just goes, fucking feels like something goes wrong in his head. Okay, no, okay. With that, I need to get some water.
That was quick.
Needs to cool down.
Yep, I need to cool down, get some water, and go that there. But yeah, no, you start heading your way up north. On a
I
Sunday.
can't do the arrow.
Yeah, no, I'm getting water, so it doesn't matter.
sorry about
Even. Doesn't
There's
matter
a
even.
bend in the road, and I can't left and right click. You're missing the bend of the road. Do the bend.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right. Like so.
Yeah, so you will all be prepared
Proud
when I
of you.
come back.
There you go.
Hold it for 15 minutes.
Hold it. Hold it.
Nico doesn't drink water. He's gonna brew tea the proper way. Kettle over
gone.
a fire. Let it cool. Steep the. Sip it.
Eat
then
the
continue
tea.
the session. Eat the tea. Eat the tea bag.
Eat the tea bag afterwards, yeah. Be a proper Brit.
You don't eat the tea bag?
No, apparently people don't eat the tea bag. Fucking
I thought it was
degenerate.
a drink and a
just-
snack. I thought that was the point.
I just suck on it.
I had a friend who used to do that. Like, no meme. They would actually suck on it.
It would
Why
not
would
surprise
you?
me.
Like
I
there
don't
must be someone
know.
who does. So they
Like,
don't,
my
don't waste
I
everything.
just said this.
Yeah, you get the extra tea.
More tea.
Good water.
Water.
Jesus Christ, why? Yeah, I agree. Why are we talking about sucking fucking tea bags?
Why not?
Okay,
feel
hang on.
that
I need
the-
to refocus here.
I feel when we have more viewers.
Once
than any
again,
other
that
time,
took
we're
us
just sucking
approximately
tea
an
bags.
hour to break the DM.
But yeah,
What
so
broke
what
you,
you're
by the
saying
way?
here,
What
Joel?
broke you?
that feel when we have the most viewers right now, and all we're doing is talking about sucking on tea bags.
We had more viewers than this.
Yeah, we have.
Have we?
Yeah,
I
we have
think-
been
yeah.
up in 12.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fucking
12
pog.
viewers.
Digits.
Oh, we can actually maybe people. We have a late session.
Nico, what broke you?
You guys, in general.
Oh, okay.
In
Us
general,
being
chat.
us.
What do we do in general, chat?
Oh, is that the Always Sunny joke?
No, no, not that.
He doesn't even know what that is.
I not watched Always Sunny in fucking Philadelphia. No, what?
Always Sunny in Fel Tales.
Philly D, Always Sunny in Philly DeFranco's channel.
Always. Ugh. But yeah,
Uh,
you continue
Clicks
John
at the
North,
end.
and he's here, and Atrine doesn't seem to have too many more questions. He does ask you occasionally about just details about the town, but again, you're speaking to him about a nonsensical place, but you're nonsensical people.
No,
But it
we're
does
nonsensical,
ask-
but the place is plenty sensical.
Yeah,
Too
but it does
sensible.
ask you,
People's
Hadrim, to show off your skills.
Oh, now he wants it. Get on your knees.
Now he wants the performance.
You're riding shotgun. Do your performance, you know?
Okay, if I keep this door
Okay, yeah, I'll do a performance on my flute. Fuck yeah, I don't really have any of the other instruments. Not yet.
Please
I
get
will
another
gather them all.
instrument.
I will have all the instruments.
Yes.
But yep.
Yeah, you. What kind of tune do you want?
That's actually a good question.
sultry too.
What? Huh? What are you asking?
Not
Sultry.
necessarily a sultry one.
Sultry
Would
what?
I would probably try to be a little a happy song, but
Legend of Zelda
1 minute
travel
or-
music.
yeah, basically that's a very good one.
It's you said flute, which is very similar to a lot of the musics they use.
Yeah,
travel
So-
basically
So which one? What do you say?
Legend of Zelda travel music, basically.
Lost Forest. Go.
Get copyright struck from across the galaxy.
Oh yeah, no.
It is Nintendo, so they will copy strike you on the second.
Yeah, just
You
got
have
the
broken your terms and conditions.
submit or yeet.
Band counter 16 or something like that. I forget.
Something like
Oh.
that. But yeah. It starts to close towards dusk once again, but this time you're met by a much larger city. Here you do see a proper palisade built up, with walls and some towers here and there along it, as well as some proper gates. But
Was
the
this the
gate...
Woodworker City?
Hmm?
I apologize. I was asking the NPC something. You continue.
No, continue. Ask him.
I asked if this was the Woodworker City.
Ah,
That he
yes.
mentioned.
Here,
And John.
most of the wood from the dark forests got transported through here to use down south. This was mostly actually the drop-off point, as things kind of like went back and forth. But eventually they found out that they needed to process the wood to get it to proper use, and so they decided just to settle this village here. This was actually named the first, if I recall, and as I look up in my notes, try to remember my notes. And I goddamn it, I don't remember my password. For some reason, no, I on the incarnate map I have all the details like put on the notes here and there. Hopefully they all saved, because I did have a crash. Obviously, but yeah. Also remember to retweet and like my tweet, you guys. Yeah, let me, come on, open up. Ah, goddammit, the note is gone.
I have so many questions. Tim, what about what time period would you say my character's knowledge of metalworking and woodworking and whatnot goes to?
I'll answer that after you answer me what the fuck do you call me Tim? How dare you?
He
I
said GM.
apologize. I thought I did say GM. I'm so glad that I was really concerned there. I was like, what a score, I said GM.
But yeah, Frankie?
I just said that Alcia said he said GM,
Yeah.
not Tim.
I swear to God I heard Tim.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I might have. I thought I said GM.
Yeah,
I
might be.
possibly said
So
Tim.
certain that he said GM, but nonetheless.
Okay, what's the time slot on this stream? We'll figure it out later.
I'll figure it out later.
Yeah, so
107. So like 105.
Just gim.
Regardless, just give me the answer.
yeah, I'd say your metal crafting knowledge would be from around the 1400s.
Damn it. Miko was so close. How about woodworking?
Woodworking? What are your skills in woodworking?
I mean, same as it's all the same mod, man. It's all the same mod.
Remember, we're playing 5th edition.
Yeah, that's true. yeah, no, I'd say around the same time as well.
Damn it. Just I had 100 more years I could know about sawmills.
Okay, hey, so
I mean, you have some plans that might inspire you.
Yeah, no, you have like
Dude, I
plans
have plans
that...
that might be a sawmill. I don't know. I don't know what they are.
I don't
They're
have
everything.
one. There's hot. Nah, there's hot points for something.
I was just
pronounce
curious.
Carl.
I would love to, like, in a year later in the campaign, come back like, guys, I'm famous now. Just do what I say. Just build a sawmill here. Just do what I say.
Alright.
But yeah, you finally... But yeah, you do see that, like, for the fortifications, they are not manned, as the entrance to the city seems to be wide open. And Natharin just simply, with the caravan, just strolls right into center of town, where he takes a couple turns down some streets, and you do indeed see lots of woodworking equipment lying on the outside of many stalls and houses along like the main thoroughfare throughout this town. But he takes a couple of turns and he seems to be coming up to another tavern of sorts, as he'll mention you. So here, as like he has been like on the way slightly just been pointing out certain stalls or shops and saying some of them that are decently famous for being good. And and as you come up to the tavern, he says, "Yeah, here we'll be sleeping tonight." Which is called the
They have a
Righteous
bed
Blade.
big enough for-
What do you say, Joe?
Do they have a bed big enough for me?
I'm sure we can manage to make them put the two of them together.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll see to fix it for you. But first, let me go in and tell them about that you exist. So, stay here for 15 seconds before you come marching in, okay?
All right. I'll watch the card.
Yeah. As he he walks into the tavern, and you can hear there's a lot of noise, and you hear kind of like almost like a small cheer as he enters it from the outside. And as the 50 seconds go by, do you wait for him to come outside again, or do you just go in then?
No, I'll wait. I'm a good boy.
I'll wait up to like a minute before heading in if he doesn't come out.
Yeah, it takes about like 40 seconds until he seems to be coming out again, as there are some younger lads with him who he directs to the cot. As they all kind of like look like wide-eyed at you, Warble, as they walk on past to apparently to take over the cart and put it in a safe haven for the night.
All right. I'll stick my hand up and just kind of like in like a hail.
You know, the two young lads, they kind of look at you wide-eyed as they kind of like almost like stumble over the work they're supposed to do. As they one of them like waves back and just like kind of like look at each other, just bedazzled by the sight of you.
The Skynet has returned.
Oh shit! Really?
Oh, I got
There
it.
is only one invader at the moment.
Okay, fine. I'll make you two into mods.
I got it.
Oh, that wouldn't be a smart idea.
That's an incredibly stupid idea. Thank you.
I'll make you into mods. Don't make me regret this. I trust you both.
Uh-oh, Stinky.
Don't even know how to ban. What do you ban? Whatever.
Oh, what the fuck did I call the tavern again?
The Righteous Blade.
Yeah, I thought it was something like that. Thank you.
Frank taking notes. This is the first.
Yes. Why did I just say yes? I'm so sorry.
No, but it is the first, so it's not sort of
Yes.
anything to say sorry
Don't you know my
about.
boyfriend's name?
Yes, how do you know my boyfriend's name?
Yeah, whatever it is in your background there, I'll see it.
Huh? What's going on?
No, we keep hearing him screaming like motherfucker and going, "What's your boyfriend's
Oh yeah,
name?"
he's playing Dota.
I'll tell him he's a big scrub. What's his rating?
I don't know. I don't.
Ask him what his rating is in rank.
Billy. Mikkel's asking what your rating is.
My rating? For what?
I'm assuming on Dota.
Like 4K.
4K.
Okay, acceptable. Acceptable.
Okay, acceptable.
Huh?
Okay, acceptable.
Alright, I added that new thing to the block terms list.
Oh,
Thank you.
Tim just posted at everyone in his channel for you, Mikkel.
Aw, thank you, Tim. Maybe we should get this game going. Anyway, but yeah, as he leads you all inside the Righteous Blade. As you get inside, you see definitely a much better made tavern. All the wood seems sleek and oiled. All the bar stools and all the stools and tables, they don't seem like they're like literally roots just carved. It seems like finely crafted by craftsmen. And the lighting here seems to be generally based on oil and tallow. as a Wiccan lights. Oh, motherfucker. Sorry, everything just. Yep. But yeah, and it seems like everything just like. Right before you head in Warble, you hear Artin go, and here I show to you a wonder of the world. As when you enter Warble, you see like a lot of like just gasp as like people who thought that this was supposed to be some kind of joke, just kind of like gape at the sight of you. Before like slight applause is made towards Atrin, as like, wow, why do as main comments like, we find a thing like this? Oh, that's truly miraculous. What is that creature?
I'll give a toot.
Anyway,
Did I do anything to my toot?
yeah, no, they again like applaud. So, and like a bombardment of questions is thrown towards Altrin, which he kind of like waves up. Listen, I'm going to need some drinks if I'm going to tell you all about this. As you can see easily that you all seem to be able to get free drinks for the night.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Play your thing. Get us some money, buddy. Do it. Come on
God
in.
damn it. Do I really need to?
Yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna
so-
fail. I
No.
feel it in my bones.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
as you all like enter, you see Atrin. He seems to be gathering most of the merchant folk in the corner as he starts to regale some tales, it appears. As you guys understand that there's a table towards the side for you where you see other like workers that are not as well clothed and dressed as the others sit. But free drinks, it seems, you're able to get throughout the night.
3 or free?
Free.
Free.
You should probably stop at 3. We gotta leave in the morning.
Do we know about that? Do we know what effect this has on us?
No, probably
Sure.
not. Con
Drinking.
saves, con saves, con saves.
Okay, so are you just binging then?
Yeah.
I'm not
Con
gonna lie.
saves, con
Probably
saves, con saves.
Con saves, cons. Okay, con saves it is. Yep, I failed. I'm fucking wasted.
Yep. Hadrim, the bartender. Finally, after all this time. In previous time you didn't really could afford, but here, finally, the thing you've been dreaming most of your life about, you can finally drink in endless amounts. And so you drink, and so you drink, and under the table you go and sleep.
Yay.
As both Warble and Cedric, you just see him kind of just slump down, just fall as he sleeps on his chair, as he kind of eventually falls from the chair onto the floor.
Now, can I make a medicine check to know if this is normal? Or
Yeah, roll me
I'm
medicine.
dead.
otherwise, I might be concerned about poisoning.
Technically, this is poison.
Hmm.
I meant aggressive poisoning.
Ah,
Like dead, like you're dead, you know?
Like, as you've been drinking as well, but you yourself have been starting to feel like the ooziness and like this kind of like. So you do understand like drinking this seems to have some kind of adverse effect on you. So it doesn't seem bad as it kind of like as like kind of like your own inhibitions inside your head kind of like loosens something. Feels kind of good, but also
It's kinda good.
but
Not bad, you know?
yeah, but you also feel like you feel woozy. Your thoughts don't really like like you're trying to think like a straight string. Sometimes it kind of like deviates.
I
What?
love your accent. I just heard your farts. I'm like, oh god, where's this going?
No, god damn.
Fart smell like beer.
I hate you, Althea, with every fiber of my bone.
Your bone?
Just in one.
Is one bone is the shin.
I do believe the bone between his legs. I'm quite sure that's right.
Oh.
Yeah. But he hates you with it. I don't know how you do
He
that,
hates
to
it.
be honest.
Okay, so next time I come to stairs, I'm gonna hate fuck
It's an
you.
arousal
with it.
thing when you're angry. It's a
You
common
want to
fetish.
hate fuck him?
Oh
Yeah.
yes,
He wants to hate fuck me.
That makes so much more sense.
yes. Oh, dear God.
Ever since I threw him on the ground in your house, Joel, he's been like this, you know? Revenge.
Yeah,
He
it's
just wants a
true.
revenge fuck.
I like the hands of a firm man.
Whoa.
I got bitch boy hands. Let's continue the game.
It's difficult.
Come on. Just gotta be a little more serious. Your players are really trying here. Guys, I think this is it. I think this is my last session.
It was nice playing with you, man.
Fucking Christ. Okay, fucking Christ. Okay, yeah, no, I'm just standing up now. Okay. Whew. But yeah, so,
You got this.
but yeah,
You're
you come to the conclusion that it is seemingly a natural side effect. As you do look around, you see another patron who seems to have fallen to the floor, and not many people seem to care about him or the consequences. Maybe people here are just kind of callous, but you don't really know that actually. Maybe.
Everyone here is a dick, apparently. Let's go.
But yeah, so far, it seems natural. Though, you can imagine that maybe there is some other adverse effect that you don't know about. But for now, it seems that Hadrim is sleeping soundly.
Okay. As long as he's alive. You know?
I guess he gets to have a nice rest tonight. I will carry him to his room. As I stick my
No,
tongue to,
no,
the
I
back of his
think
shirt.
I'll do it.
Okay, so you with 7 strength.
No, he's trying to be nice here, Mikhail. He just grabbed this man with a sticky nub. If he's gonna put it in the bed, he's going to put multiple sticky nubs on his body to lift him. He's gonna wake up just slimy after falling asleep in a tavern.
Yeah.
This poor man.
Hey, he doesn't know about that kind of slime yet. So,
Yeah,
Jesus.
I mean, we know plenty. We already know his fetish. Worthless.
I can't.
Jesus.
Joel, what have you unleashed?
Everything.
No.
I have this effect.
Yeah, you have this effect, don't you? Oh my.
Yeah. Anyways, the night goes on. Please explain. I'll shut up now. I'm muting.
I'm just eating some chocolate to calm down.
Of course you are.
Listen, I'm fat. Accept me for it. Ah. But yeah. You do head up the stairs for the night, and indeed it does seem like there are 2 rooms prepared. One for Cedric and Hadrim, and you see another room, which seems to be in the loft, where multiple beds have been put up next to each other.
Wow.
Yeah, it does get slightly cramped in terms of height, but it's good. There's enough space for you here to lie down on all the beds and actually have a proper bedding for one night.
I must say, he treats us quite well.
I forgot it was muted. If he's treating us well, it probably means he wants something from us. Not that it's necessarily a bad thing. I mean, it's better to be needed than be worthless and unable to get a forge.
Well, you know already that, like, yeah, he has hired you on for an extended period of time.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's a good thing. Like, it is. What I'm saying is, he's definitely going to get more out of this than we are, but also we're getting something out of this, so it's good. It's fine.
But yeah, you go and you get yourself a good night's sleep. Oh. Yeah, that's some good chocolate.
Yeah.
Now listen, let me allow it to chill down.
So when's the next time we're smoking a grundle, eh?
But anyhow, the next morning comes around as Cedric and Warble, you manage to wake up decently early, whilst Hadrim, you kind of sleep in. Unless Cedric or Warble comes to try to wake you up forcibly.
I mean, Cedric would definitely, but he would make sure the one dude's up first. He's not gonna wake up before the dude's ready to leave.
Yeah, it seems like so far he has been waking up quite early on, because again, in the first in where you were at the first outpost, he was out quite early in the morning to get started.
But yeah, you'd go wake him up if he's up. Rise and shine.
Yes, Frankie, I know you've woken up from many drunk adventures, so roleplay as you want.
Roleplay if you want.
Just play Frank.
Oh, my head. Oh, my head hurts.
More passion.
Put your feelings into it, man. Come on.
Just put your Cedric is literally just staring at you. He doesn't care. He's just making sure you don't go back to bed.
What time is it?
Morning. He's just gonna point to like the open window.
Are we leaving now?
We're leaving soon. Get up, get some breakfast, and we head out.
I get up slowly. Do not drink as much as I did of that thing.
Well, we did. You're just worse at it.
Oh, that's sad. Different tolerances then? That's strange. I gotta be careful about it. I'm coming. Just give me a couple more seconds to just wake up.
You'll nod and head out to go get his own food,
Send
drink, and
Warble as
whatnot.
One of my
he lags
favorite,
behind.
Also, I just realized I also have resistance to poison.
Well, shit. These boys
Alcohol,
can
not
really handle their drink.
Yeah, basically a dwarf.
social lubricant, not poison. Trust me, I drink lubricant for my car all the time, and I've never had a problem.
Yeah,
Sounds about right.
Explains a lot.
explains a lot.
Anyways, like 5 minutes or so after Cedric has gone to get his food, I try to get down and get some food as well and drink.
Yeah, you always do notice that by the table you sat last night, a Trin stands there, or sits there and has already prepared food for you all. And as you gather, oh, no problem, it's as stated by our verbal contract, I was to ensure you're well fed. But yes, so is there anything you'd like to do in the town before we head further on north?
Make out this. The woodworking around this place is actually pretty decent, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Then well, nothing major. If we could stop by wherever they actually produce and process the wood, I'd be interested in watching them just for a bit to see if they have knowledge I don't, but that might take a bit longer than we need to. Bit longer than you're willing to give, I suppose.
I could spare a couple of hours, don't see why not. But yes, most of the rough processing does happen further north, though The number of small glades of forest is more or less gone. Most of the wood we now, weirdly enough, we get from the east as well. Beyond the fort there, that knight's station from to the north of it, there is a small forest that they are currently dead set on deforesting as well. I think kind of laughs. It's like they lost the dark, so now they go against the forest.
Why do they hate the woods so much?
I don't
It's
really
less
know.
hate and more need. I feel, anyways.
Don't really know. I think there's supposed to be some connection to the dark and its
No, I
creatures,
just
but
eat.
I really couldn't tell. Really don't care either. Again,
Should
Wallmeister, Grunmor, that's your place.
Hadrum is probably just drinking a lot of fucking water.
Hooter.
Water.
That's dumb. Just
While
drink
we're here,
more
you could get a
alcohol.
bit more wood if you wish, and if something were to happen along the way, I'd be able to repair
Whichever one wants you
the
to
rat
go
wagon.
should go safely.
Yeah, we'll get some planks. Yeah, we can go to one of the processing places and get some newly processed planks. I'm sure.
He'll just nod.
So yeah, he'll take the cart. Oh, the boys come outside again and bring the cart around. Again, they kind of oogle at Warble, wide-eyed.
I'll toot at them.
And they kind of like look like weird, but they try to mimic that sound. Let's see if they're capable of doing so. And yeah, they managed to mimic it quite nicely. It's going to trumpet back at you while it's working.
I'll nod my head.
Yeah, the boys quickly disappear again as Atrin takes a seat in front of the wagon again, and he just motions down one of the alleyways, let's say. And here we go. We'll have to go back to the main thoroughfare, and we should find one of the main processing places again. The trees tended to be so large that most of the lumber had to be taken through these long thoroughfares to even fit. Which is why most of the processing kinda started to be transported back in the forest, but again, people wanted to be safe kinda when they did their work. Again, there's supposed to be many creatures up there in the past. But yeah, he takes you throughout the town, and you can see that now that it's the morning and so on, it starts to get livelier, as you can hear. Livelier. Thank you. As you can hear a lot of sawing, hammering, and other kinds of woodcrafting sounds. As he does take you through to one of the processing places, and he meets another kind of burly man as starts to negotiate for some wood. And he gets himself some planks, some larger, some smaller. And he seems to just doesn't really trade any coins for it, but trades rather some of his nails and other iron equipment. Is there anything any of you would want to check out at this place, or?
Yes,
Clearly,
I asked if I'd be able to. I guess I gotta ask the actual processors, I'm assuming, but my character wanted to
I
watch
think
their
actually-
process and see if they use a different process than he uses. If he can learn, you know?
Yeah, he kind of shrugs. He looks at Atrin, who kind of like just kind of shrugs as well, and yeah, he mostly come inside. As he takes you back to like a large warehouse, where there seems to be a large, like almost attached to roof, there seems to be like this large bone, easily about 20, 30 feet long. And you can see like a really serrated edge to it, as below you see like large chunks of Yeah, basically a large tree that is put in the middle of it. And at a certain order, the large bone just cleaves straight through it. Leaves a solid cut, just clean.
Damn it, they already have a sawmill. He immediately start looking over. How does the bone move currently, from what he can see?
Well, it seems to just be attached to like it kind of like gets gets attached by rope, pulled up,
Mhm.
and then they just let momentum and
Oh,
gravity
so they
do
just
the work.
drop it.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. So it just slices, actually. Interesting.
yeah.
Okay.
But again, like you'd expect like the cut to be much rougher than this from the shape of the bone. Again, it being a bone, but the cut is clean. It's cut straight through, and you see them put like the remains of the wood again to get like thinner or thicker slices, and just to drop it down, it's just cut straight through.
Interesting. Okay. Do they currently have it supported, or is it mostly kind of guesswork?
The bone itself, or like the wood?
The bone. Basically, do they have slides on the end of the bone so it will go down in a very specific location, or
Yeah,
do they
yeah,
just
they
raise
have
it
it
by
so that
drop?
it seems like to go down a specific spot, straight up and
Yeah,
down.
a guillotine. Got it.
Yeah,
They have
yeah,
a
they're
bone
basically using
guillotine
it.
for
Yeah,
wood.
yeah, but again, like the size of this bone, like if this came from a creature, this creature would be absolutely massive.
Interesting. Okay.
Like, cause like, or yeah, you'd have to roll nature to try to ascertain what the bone is. So
I'm not that interested. He less pays attention to the bone and is more going to pay attention to how they process the wood. Both this and in a smaller scale, basically. He's just he's looking to see if it's very similar to how he, even if they're using a bone for some reason, how he uses metal to do his shit.
you know, this is like using other stuff, like with other iron or so on. Like just the weight of it and just the size of it would make this kind of like unfeasible. So the bone must be definitely lighter, and
Interesting. Okay.
yeah, because like also with iron, the edge would certainly dull. I mean, dill.
Dull.
Yes, I
There you go.
fucking dill. It would dull quite quickly.
Okay.
Thinking about just playing Snap.
Yeah. He'd watch that for a bit, intrigued. Do they do any other woodworking in this location? Does it look like on a smaller scale?
Yeah, you can see like this takes up like the main middle part, and off to the sides you see like it gets processed by some bone saws or either iron saws where they get cut down into small shapes as they need for transport.
I think Underlord would be.
Okay. Basically, he goes around, he watches. It's nothing important. It's just him being curious, wanting to learn. That's all. So unless they're saying particularly like, "What the fuck," then you don't really have to explain much.
Yeah, no, there isn't like any other than like yeah, their bone tools and
The bone, the big bone. Yeah.
Yeah. And again, like there's just a hunch tells you that it is somehow innately must be some sort of innately magical. Even though so far every time you like inspected these bones, there's nothing magical about them.
Strange.
It's like definitely unnatural.
I have a magic bone. It's the egg.
Yep.
Yep. Then after a few hours, he would
Yeah, how is
return
the
to
egg doing?
the wagon.
Yeah, the egg seems to be the same as it always is. But it
Gonna
does
do that
strike
for-
you, or what you say, Horrible?
Nothing. I was making a
Maybe Jape.
quoting the song lyrics.
But yeah, Cedric, you do look at the large bone and you contemplate the egg. Maybe that thing could cut it open.
I didn't think of that. Also, don't want to do that. Nope.
Sad.
Nope.
Do it.
Nope.
Don't want to
But it
unleash
makes me
pandemonium.
curious. I mean, what do you mean unleash pandemonium? Hopefully, it'll just fix the world, you know? That or the saw will drop and break the bone leg, and they'll be like, "What the fuck did you just do? You have costed us unprecedented amount of trouble. This is going to hurt everything."
No. I'll see ya. this is the new campaign's way of getting a Tina.
What's Latina? Yes! Yes! I'm gonna go get the egg right now.
No, no, she does not return.
We don't need a
Aw,
Tina.
man.
We need just a Tina for the game, you know? Give me
Yeah.
anything. As long as it's fucking whack. And our mascot. You know?
As long as it eats everything and gains its powers, that's fine.
Yeah. As long as I'm afraid of it, I'm okay. But yeah, he'd eventually return and be like, what's the dude's name? A trim?
Atrin.
Atrin.
A Trin. He would go to Trin, thank him, for, basically go, thanks for allowing me to watch them for a while. It's, for the most part, their smaller processing is similar to mine, but their bone tools are strange.
Oh yes, but we won't have them too much longer.
Why is that?
No, I don't know why. All I know is that, again, we're heading north with all of these iron tools and so forth, because the bone tool seems to be failing. They seem to be snapping and all that stuff.
Okay,
They always
so
snap,
they're
though?
weakening.
Yeah, what you say, Warble?
Don't they always snap though? Bone is brittle.
I know, we've
Well-
been through this before. This bone's strong for some reason.
Yes, our bones are quite brittle, and we have tried to practice with them before, but these bones are from the time of the dark and used to be inside these dark creatures. More than that, I don't know. Find one of the Wallmeisters, maybe they'll teach you. But yes, was that everything? Shall we continue our journey? Time is money, friends.
We can continue.
Yeah, you leave the city, as I'm going to mark up. So yeah, as you do come by, let me just, what seems to be a wooden watchtower of sorts. But this one seems ill-maintained. Rot seems to have started to set in the wood, as it is just on the side, just ignored more or less. But yeah, you set up camp for the night again. Anything in particular you want to talk about, or does the journey just continue?
Nothing Mike wants to talk about.
So we're at a crossroads. What's the other way?
Oh, no, everything leads to the general same thing. The forest covered the large swathe of land. And towards the road to the right here will lead towards just some of the old towns, some of the old woodcutters, whilst to the north it leads to the main farms and so forth. Yeah, so there's not really too much interesting to the right here. But then again, like, it depends how you look at things. There are interesting stories everywhere, because most of the encounters with creatures of the dark happened around these areas after the dark retreated. So there might be some local fairy tales that could be interesting to listen to. But in general, I just find I never take that right road. It doesn't lead anywhere profitable, so.
Are there any creatures of the dark left? Or are they all gone?
I think they're all gone. I haven't seen one in my life. I haven't heard of one in my life. And I guess the biggest denominator is that within the knightly order, there hasn't been promoted like a dark knight in decades.
What is a dark knight?
A knight who has slain a darkling. Quite self-explanatory. And in general, not just anything. It's apparently like only when they slay like large creatures. There are some left apparently, about 6 of them, but it's quite funny. They're almost gone because they're dying of old age. And I think that's one of the reasons why actually this expedition I was talking about towards the east, right, is why they're so eager to get that going. They feel like they're becoming less prestigious, I think. That's my belief at least. So they want to hunt down the enemy, and so forth.
Well, as long as everyone's safe.
I think that's the opposite of their goal, actually. I think that is the exact opposite of that. And it seems they're headlong running into what they believe could be danger for the exact purpose of possibly being danger.
You know, you do put an interesting counterpoint though. And that is actually the main rhetoric of some within the Order of the Wall, what we would quote fanatics. But to a slightly more extreme. They just want us to all go back to Grunmore and stay within the wall.
Strange.
But why?
I will pity for a lost time. Go and talk to a...
Wallmeister.
You got it.
Are they only in Grungmar?
Yes, there's only about 3 of them, last I heard.
Why isn't there more?
He shrugs. I don't know.
Is it hard to talk to them?
Don't think so. But again, I don't really... I'm not that interested, so I haven't tried to. All I really care about is how to earn the most bricks.
Why are they called bricks? You can't build with these.
It's just what they're called, I guess.
Probably part of the fanatical thing. They worship walls, therefore the bricks would make it
Oh,
up.
oh, be careful. Never say that. They worship
What?
the wall. Careful usage of word there.
He raises an eyebrow at him.
Yes, the wall around Grunmore. That's the one they worship. Not walls.
I see.
Now you definitely prune you're not from around here. Oh, damn.
I think we can just.
You could get
leave
lynched
it
for
until
that.
if we just
He
go
kinda
around
laughs
the
it off.
Really?
Strange. That's...
What's the difference between a wall and Grunmar's wall?
The fact that they don't worship the others, apparently.
I can't explain it to you. You have to go see for yourself. And trust me, it's not just a wall.
If you do not mind going back a little bit, the currencies, bricks.
Oh yes, sorry for distraction.
I know that I pull out a copper piece and a silver piece, like 1 brick and
Yeah.
4 bricks. I know of these 2. I do not know what this one particular is called. I hold the silver piece. I do not know what this particular one is called, if it's called anything in particular.
No, it's just called a brick, a silver brick, and then of course as he takes out a golden coin, a silver brick.
A gold brick, you mean?
I'm a gold brick. Thank you. In my head.
How many bricks do I see on the gold brick?
Well, he kind of like flips. It's kind of difficult to see from this distance. It's quite a small coin.
Perception check?
You may do.
Yay!
Yeah, you can't
I
tell
don't
from
see
this
it.
distance.
In which case, how many of I hold up the copper coin. How many of these is one of those worth?
Oh, 12.
Oh.
On this, as you can see, again, there are 3 by 4 bricks on it. 12.
Is there any higher currency than this, or is this the highest currency?
This is the highest currency I know of.
Okay. Thank you for the information.
Oh, no problem. You'll be
Does
useful.
everyone use bricks?
Yes. At least up here. If you go further south to Farm Federation, they seem to rely much more on barter than the actual usage of coin. Which is also what kind of we used up here until this kind of like split between the knights and the priests happened.
Who makes the bricks?
That is the priest within Grunmur. But again, the metal is supplied by the knights. It's a whole thing it's just to ensure that there's no inflation or overproduction of the stuff. So that both sides can control how the economy functions here. Again, it's a good thing. It ensures that everyone has to work together for this whole thing to work.
Remembering back to the was it a wall guard they were called?
Yeah, wall guard. Yeah.
Wall guards, and then just wall misers are probably just an upgrade of those, basically in the hierarchy. But remembering back to those, they were carrying limestones, right?
Yeah, they had like these limestones which were slung over their shoulders, one limestone brick on the front, and like a rope that's tied into like a hole in the limestone, then a limestone brick on the back of their shoulder, on each side.
Okay. And we met in one of the bigger villages with a wall around it, made of stone.
Oh, yeah. You said you came from the east, right?
Yes.
Yes, that would be. Oh, you don't know the name of it?
No, I don't.
That's Fort Valiant. That's where the knights are. Where the knights have put their location.
Thank you. We met a wall guard, I do
Yes.
believe they were called, and they had these stones, one in front and one on the back. Are they from Grunmur's wall, or do they have any maybe religious connotations?
Oh, definitely religious. It is said there. It is so that they don't ever lose connection with. Fucking Christ, Alcia. You just hated the dwarves because of one thing. Many things, I mean.
They blew me up, then chopped my will? Yeah, I did. Continue your tangent.
Yeah, no, the bricks is too just. It is part of the wall, but it's not taken from the wall. That would be sacrilegious and impossible, I think. No, it is from the limestone quarry. Where I found you guys, there is a road further south that leads to the quarry. And it is here that certain pieces are taken to be used by the priesthood to denote both rank and to devotion to the wall.
I see.
Yeah, and also, yeah, you will only see people who are associated with the priesthood with those bricks. If you see anyone else without them and they're trying to pass off, you will not be seeing them for long.
Are there any other defining marks of a priest, or is it just some actually?
Well, again, they have limestone colored cloth or robes. That is generally, but generally you will see the bricks. They are it's impossible to see them without it.
Okay.
But if you head further south to Farmer Federation, because I traded there a little bit until we don't trade there anymore. Don't know why that happened really, but things have kind of gotten sour between them and us up here. But they seem to worship their own god. It is this figure that they travel around with. Or you'd have to see it for yourself. It's quite an interesting look actually, and it seems to really define their beliefs down there. Because they don't believe in the wall itself.
I see.
Anyhow, it is getting late. Let us take rest for the night.
Alright.
Yes.
I would actually just want to talk with the two others for a little bit before we go to bed, I think.
You do, just don't disturb me as I sleep. As he goes to his tent to sleep.
As soon as he just enters the tent and seems to be relatively out of earshot, I just started thinking a little bit about this. But what are we striving for, so to say? What is
Well,
our...
the woods.
Well, yes, but what is our end goal? What are we going to do after this? And after probably the expedition as well? As it seems now, it seems like we are just walking around and getting information, but are we getting the information for a particular reason, or are we just doing
I think you're
things?
asking a tough question that's a lot more philosophical than you'd think.
Probably right.
What's the point of knowledge? The point of knowledge is for knowledge, in my opinion. That's why we're asking around for it. What we're doing in the future, we can't know without knowledge. So for now, I think we travel. Later, we'll figure something out.
Okay.
I want to meet the wizard again. I know why he put us in that place.
The wizard's in a different plane of existence, I think.
Maybe. Maybe he's one of these wallmeisters. They sound pretty powerful.
Possibly, but I'd rather not meet him anytime soon.
I'd like to
I'd
meet
rather
him now,
keep
now
control
that
of my
we're-
body.
But I want to know why he took us.
Then shouldn't you wait? Would you rather walk in there and him immediately assert control of you again? Do you
Are
enjoy
we-
the feeling of not being in control?
Are we
No.
certain that he has control of us anymore? I mean,
No.
after we traveled through that tree, we had quite a few new experiences. Maybe him losing control of us is one of them?
I can only imagine with more time that we grow and pass, the more that we separate, the more we become ourselves. That's why it took so long for us to be able to move back then.
Then should we go back for the others?
I'll TP mid in just a minute, but this
For now, we don't even know how to go back, so
the next subway
we can figure that out later. Besides, like we could do anything for them. The first steps have to be done by themselves.
Well, maybe they've done the first step.
It's not been long.
Maybe
It
time
took
moves differently.
maybe, but that doesn't necessarily moves. That doesn't say that it moves differently. Neither does it say that it moves faster than ours does. If it moves differently, slower, then what? We play it by ear for now. We have no knowledge. We know nothing. It's silly to assume goals that we can't foresee.
Probably it also is best for us to return when we have some modicum of strength to fix things, because it was not the best place to live in.
It was all right. No one called me a darkling there.
Well, that is true. The village in itself was fine, but the areas surrounding it weren't as
To be,
fine.
to be fair, nobody called you anything back there.
That is also true. I don't think we even talked.
Well, they still didn't call me darkling.
Two kids
They didn't
today
run
seem
away
to
from
enjoy
me.
you. Is that not better than
They did.
simply not responding?
I don't know yet. I'll have to meet more of them and figure it out. If more of them laugh at me instead of calling me darkling, then maybe it is better.
It can also be a gradual change. The more we get known in this place, the more people will come to like you. Like us.
I think they already like you guys.
Well, I think he likes us, as I point towards Atron's tent. But if we came with the same questions as we have now to somebody else, they would probably believe us crazy. Especially if we were so unlucky as to talk to one of the wall guards or wallmeisters without knowing that the wall is a thing to worship. And it's not just a wall.
But maybe it was good we found him.
Perhaps it was. Perhaps I'm thinking a little too far ahead.
I
I'll
agree.
try to slow it down a little bit. Think of the next move or so.
Think of the trees we'll see in the north. That'll be interesting. Something different than all of this flat land.
That's true. Hopefully this one doesn't eat us though.
The last one that ate us spit us out here. That's at least interesting.
That is true. But that was a very big tree.
Well, maybe they have very big trees here too.
I guess we'll find out.
Indeed.
But I've taken up enough of your time. We can talk more tomorrow maybe.
Sure.
Unless Cedric here is too preoccupied with his papers.
I can't see shit at night. I'm just pretending to read them so I don't have to talk. I'm just gonna stand up and pretend.
I'd probably go to bed as well.
Mm-hmm. Orville does as well.
Yeah, you all head to bed for the night. And we have been playing for 2 hours. Does anyone want to take a break to go to the toilet or grab a drink or anything?
I need the stretcher.
Yeah, we call a small break then, as we go to the restroom and we hydrate and all that stuff. We're
I
back in
do
5
believe we
minutes.
are all little piss boys.
I hate you, Frankie.
You know what? I'll be right back.
My little piece boy.
I return. Am I alone? Oh, joy of joys, I'm alone. I'm never alone. When Chad is here, you're never alone. It's a beautiful thing. You might even call it magical.
I'm back. What I missed?
Nothing much. Me just talking a little to Chad.
Oh, but a good boy.
Oh, the fun fact. What was it again? I don't remember. Was it on Facebook? No, fuck, that's far too long back. I don't remember what the fun fact was.
Hold on.
Write that shit down. We need to know what the fun fact is.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
What did I miss? Why does Dumbard want
Hey,
to know
can you do me a
about?
favor?
No, sure. What?
Not you. Frankie, read this off. Be our narrator. Give us everything you need to know about Russia.
But why?
Everything you need to know about Russia. Russia is bigger than most small cars. The term Mother Russia refers to a gigantic 70 feet woman who protects Siberia. To walk from one side of Russia to the other takes too long. The best way to get to Russia is to travel. If you put Russia on top of the United States, it would be horrendous for everyone. If you die in Russia, you die in real life. Duh.
Thank you, Frankie.
Why?
You see, the actual mushroom is the roots under the ground that spreads quite far. The tip on top of the ground we see is just their sexual organ. Stares and warble. So what you're saying is Warble is just a walking sexual organ.
No,
That's
we're
right.
not saying.
He's one walking sticky no.
Okay. No. How can this game
Thank
ever
you
be
for
taken
the
seriously?
fun fact.
Okay,
I
so
mean-
okay, Frankie, listen to this fun fact. Watch the video I posted.
Oh shit, what's this shit?
Chimps will drown.
It's my fucking favorite.
That's a good one. That's a
Yeah,
good
I laugh at this one so hard.
one. Understandable.
Mikhail, I woke up when I watched that. I woke up, I opened my eyes and went, oh, Mikhail texted me. Open that up, click play, went, what the fuck?
It's so good. Anyhow, is everyone?
Kingdom Wizard. I don't think Joel's there. If they don't die first.
You should read those off too, buddy.
I already did the Russian man. Go on.
Okay, Mikhail, you read it off.
An owl is a pigeon filled with anger and knowledge. Basically, a violent weather balloon. It's not funny. It's silly.
And the previous one wasn't.
It was better since you were saying it.
But that was because I said this in the Russian accent. Or partially Russian. Eastern
Hoo-hoo!
European? Something like that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, this fucking game can never be serious.
Nope. It is forbidden. Verboten.
Yeah, at least
You
we're
did
getting
put a
some.
meme lord, an idiot, and a drunkard all in the same game and say to have a serious game.
Okay. Is it me or is it Joel that is a drunkard? That's the question.
That's
You're the
you.
drunkard. Joel's the meme
Oh
lord.
yeah,
I'm the idiot.
that's good enough for it. No, fuck, I don't have a glass. No whiskey for me.
That's
unless
good
I go
enough to
and get
drink too. Is that what you were saying?
it. Yeah, basically. But I don't have a glass to put my whiskey in, so I'd had to drink straight from the bottle, and I don't do
Straight
that.
from the bottle.
I'm not a savage. I drink from a glass. Not
Is it a
fine
fancy
whiskey.
glass?
Yeah, sir, to a certain degree. There are certainly better whiskey glasses, but it's a
I need to
decent
get you just the fanciest fucking glass I can find. Just the stupidest, like over the top.
It has several times too many just decorations on it.
Hold on. Give me something crazy, Google. Oh, here we go. I got it.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
Why?
Oh, you're gonna like this.
You know, this
Oh,
game is
hell
basically just like a
bad.
juvenile
Oh, you better-
podcast. On
Perfection. I need this.
ship it.
No, that's okay.
Ship that shit
I'm
to
pretty sober.
my
I
ass.
had
What?
something
Oh, what?
that-
You know, if you put it up your ass to drink it, you'll get drunk fest.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that the point of that? Hold on. That looks like that could be the point of that.
Why?
But we understand this is an item on Walmart,
Yeah, I'm
and
not
it's called
surprised, to be honest.
transparent creative wine glass.
I'm not
It is.
surprised.
Creative.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
for those who can't see it. It's just a
crack
penis.
pipe.
It is just a penis.
It's a crack pipe.
It's a crack pipe.
shit posting. Just
More shit posting. It needs to happen.
yeah, no. Anyway, so the next morning comes around,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, so you take your journey further north. As I can just right click, so I don't need you to measure, or yeah, you might measure anyways. Oh.
Leisure.
Yeah, about there.
Yeah.
Approximately.
As yeah, you do see another one of these limestone towers, and you pass by it during the day. This one is manned, but again, like the one you found further south, it is sparsely manned. But you pass by it without any further real comment, and night comes again as you set up tents and you prefer to go to rest. Unless you have anything you want to take notice. Or the one thing you do take notice of is that to the west you can see what looks like a large body of water, as well as a beach rather than just grass.
This is the
At least
first
it's something
time we see
different.
sand.
And what do you say, Warble?
At least it's something different.
This is very much bigger than that water with the fishes. Think about the size of the fishes living there. It would be massive.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, if you have head further south, actually, again, beyond the point where I picked you guys up, you will see that we have this amount of shipwrights currently trying to build a ship that will be large enough and float and be able to sail long enough.
To what?
Not really to anything. While the shore, we've been able to fish a lot of creatures that we can eat. And so we deduce that maybe further out we can get more. And also, yeah, what if there is something just outside sight that we can explore?
You guys haven't managed to explore what's in sight. I don't.
We have so much wood that we needed really to find like use for it. We still have vast reserves that we barely even touched. That just is staying in storage. drying up, getting used for firewood, for more buildings, for furniture, for anything really.
No, that's good to know.
Also, this is suddenly loud. A bit. But yes,
I'm
cool.
good to go to rest.
You all go for a rest for the night. As again, the next day greets you. You get ready to travel out again.
How much further do we have to go?
I'll say about 2-3 more days of travel. It's on the closest farm areas we're going to. As you manage to reach one of the smaller villages. And as you enter this small village, you do see that again, yeah, there doesn't seem to be too much here. There are some buildings, some taverns. But mostly you do see large storage areas filled with wood. Yes, this is what one of the towns that's not really a village, but they're here just to be used for travelers to have a place to rest as they journey towards the farms. We'll take a rest here and then we'll continue on tomorrow.
Sounds fine by me.
But yeah,
So why do you guys just keep chopping the wood? You said that you were fighting against it, but it seems like a lot of wood.
again, we're not. I don't know.
Bad?
Kind of just rugs. Like up here, it was mostly the night and well, it was also to get some fertile land, as I understand it. Try to farm for yourself, it just won't do.
Who's the one that sent out towards the wood? Was it the knights who wished to do it, or was it the priests?
It's Russia.
From what I hear, it was fucking everyone. About.
Mm.
Yeah, apparently it was just some people were just angry.
Can I speak to you?
Strange.
Again, talk to the. Like, if you want to know about trade, I'm your man. If you want to learn the story of things, or like the more exact fact, like I just know what I hear from the people who I travel by.
So who pays you to go on this journey? Do you pay us?
I pay myself. Again, I see like kind of like reaches back into his wagon and taps on some of the crates. These are filled with a lot of different tools and nails and what have you. So I pay myself. Once I reach up there, they'll have the bricks to pay me. Or they don't really tend to keep the bricks themselves up there, and so the way it works is that I'll dump off the iron, and I'll get some food and produce and stuff like that back onto the wagon. As well, I will get a note, and usually written either on a parchment of some sort, and will just be written. I've delivered this and this. I'll go back to Grundmore a short trip just to get the coins that I moved. You don't tend to have that coinage up here.
So Grunmore pays you.
I suppose so, yes. Even though I kinda control this stuff myself. I do stuff and then I demand payment would be a better way to put it, I suppose.
And what if they don't want your stuff?
Well, then I made a huge mistake. But that's all about knowing what is needed where and when. And right now, as the bone tools, as I said earlier, are kind of starting to fail, a lot of these farms want to stock up on iron tools, so that they don't suddenly are in a position where they suddenly need to buy tools. As well as for south, there's always a demand for food. And occasionally I will be bringing larger things down south. I'm one of the few on which I managed to procure some oxen. So if larger shipments of wood or other stuff needs to be brought south, I'm your man. And again, these large shipments of I'm bringing north, only I can do, or some of the other traders can, with oxen can do, but for men it will take many more days to bring the cart by foot. Does that explain things properly, or?
I guess so.
Basically, it's a self-feeding ecosystem. One place needs a thing, another place can produce that thing, and to bring that thing from one place to another, they need a person to bring that thing from one place to another.
So how did you get oxen when others do not?
Ah, well. So apparently, long ago, so some of these bones have tremendous value. Not really because they're useful, but because they have history associated with them. Like killing a certain fiend, having a number of kills, and so forth, so forth. In Grunmore, they're the rage. You'll always see people having these earrings, these piercings everywhere. And on these bones, you'll see them engraved with different things to denote their importance. Now, a family member of mine, long, long ago during the dark, apparently was quite successful in killing the things. He was a knight of some sort. I think he was even a dark knight. And so, his relics was handed down to family, and I was able to trade them to the priesthood of Grunmor for a vast sum of bricks, which I used to trade for some of the oxen. Of course, only the male oxen are currently traded, due to the fact that males are not as important as the females when it comes to breeding a herd. So,
You don't know if your
Hmm?
grandfather was a dark. I thought you said they were rare and important.
it's ancient history. Doesn't really. I make my own life. What they did then doesn't. It's not that important. It's just sentimentality.
Do you remember the name of your ancestor?
Yeah, he was Malkar, the Dark Knight Malkar. That's all I know.
Probably not, but I'm just going to ask, do I recognize the name in any way?
No, you do not.
I thought as much. Worth a question.
Yeah, I think he died somewhere along 400 dark. Yeah.
What does 400 dark mean?
Well, it's an approximate amount of time during dark. Like the year denotes during the dark. We have three ways of you don't even know that, I suppose. You have 3 ways of denoting times. There was BD before dark, D for dark, or some people also use DD during dark. Then there was AD after the dark, which is the time we're right now. Of course, anything that where people say this is the amount of time that happened during the dark is impossible to actually pinpoint because apparently days didn't happen during that time.
Do you know in which kind of way? Was it like always sunny outside or always light at least? Or was it something else?
During the dark,
I'm
or
guessing with dark. It's
During the dark, yes.
yeah, it was always dark, not light. That kind of like is counterproductive towards the name, wouldn't it? Isn't it?
Kind of opposite of what we've lived in then.
Oh, this village you were in was only light.
As far as I can remember, there was only light.
Oh, hey, there's a boy over here.
Out of character. Miko, it was daytime, right? It was like a twilight constantly, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like a current like early morning almost. Like not full sunlight, but
Basically dawn.
Yeah, it was twilight. It was between the day and the night. That weird in between time.
yeah.
So then what I say wasn't exactly right, but it was close to it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Sorry.
Oh, that's interesting. Maybe not the entire world was covered in the dark. It's... You see him kind of like just like kind of grow silent as he's like thinking on this. He's twirling his like slight mustache slightly. That's... You know what? I think I've been asking you guys to go see a Warmeister too, so what you could learn. I think a Warmeister would be interesting to learn from you as well.
Sure, we won't be considered heretics and killed.
What?
Are you sure we wouldn't be considered heretics and killed?
I'm only saying that
Oh,
it's not
damn it.
that dangerous, I don't think.
I just don't want them to think I'm a darkling.
I'm sure you'll be fine. I'm sure I could travel with you. I'm a decently known face with the order. I'm sure they will accept it. Yeah.
Well, alright. If you say so.
Let's turn in for the night. Start early tomorrow to go north.
Okay, Miko, it's been almost a week. Actually, it hasn't been that long. It's been like 4 days. Do I get another intelligence check?
No, you get one each week.
Damn you.
Damn you, Mikael.
Damn you. But yeah, you start the next morning, and yeah, we'll just say that you kind of make it up to the next village. Why not?
Why not? That's just...
Lovely.
Beyond your path towards the north, you do get to see what looks like an abandoned woodcutter's camp, where there are massive warehouses and that are still kind of filled with wood here and there, and there are like 1 or 2 people like just kind of checking the wood and so on, but the place is empty for like the massive size of all the structures there and the sheer amount of storage.
I was excited for a second. I was really like, yoink the wood. You're like 1 or 2 people.
Also, how would you carry just a massive ass tree?
Not a lot. No, not a lot. You take just a bit,
I'll
you know.
carry it.
I have tools. I have a saw and shit. I'll take a bit. I was gonna make, possibly some bows.
Yeah, eventually though,
We'll carry it all.
you do see the horizon rather than being filled with this grassland is filled with farmland. Weeds, carrots, cabbages, whatever you could almost imagine of vegetables and other stuff. Just the fields are filled with it. And here and there you do see not large herds but some small herds of oxen. About up to 20, 30. Not many, but they seem to be. But as Atrin will just mention, yeah, they're still growing up to be proper herds. He does simply enter the farming village and he goes to meet what seems like to be like a central figure. Let me see, did I actually write that down? I did not. Yeah, he goes to what looks like to be like a loyal elective or representative or ownership of this farm. And he, Borble, would you take the crates and put them in that warehouse over there? So he points to a large wooden structure in the distance.
Alright. I'll start doing that.
You begin to do the manual labor as Altrin seems to disappear with this man too, and as he tells you guys that I will just be doing some further discussions. I'll be returning shortly. As yeah, they disappear.
How long does it take me?
Oh, it doesn't take you too long for time. Give me a strength check just to see if you're able to do it with exceptional speed.
I'd help if I could, but
You're a weak ass pussy boy.
I have 7 strength.
Now to unload the cart and carry it over and to put it in the designated areas does take you about 20-30 minutes. And as you're doing the manual labor, Haldrim and Cedric, is there anything you would like to do?
Is that a joke? You know exactly what Cedric's doing.
I do not. He's
The same shit he's been doing for the past 4 days.
yeah,
He's looking at schematics and scratching his head.
To learn how to read.
Yeah, yeah. You finished this. Wait, don't know how to read.
So I know how to read? Wait a second. I can't read.
Oh, that would just be
It's all
fucking
in
fantastic.
Russian.
You've deciphered it. You've determined you
That's
can't
gonna be a
read.
quick time.
Real shit. All this time wasted. Fuck. Probably just having a look around, trying to get a feel for this place.
Yeah, different from the cities, it definitely feels a lot freer in both of its structure density and just the walls of no, actually slightly different colors than just matte green. There's still a lot of greens, but there are some slight purples, slight reddish hues here and there. A little bit more variety, a little bit of white as well.
Do I see any places where the vegetables have been picked out of the ground, basically harvested?
Okay, let me just double check to see what time of year it is. I've written down here.
Wait.
Yeah, that is. No, it's not that. It's this. You know, you do see that, yeah, it is in about the time of a harvest. At least for some, maybe not all, of the vegetables in the ground. But yeah, so are you going to see where they're stored?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you go and see where some cars, wagons, and manual laborers are carrying some of the produce that they're carting up from the ground, and you do find eventually a warehouse where indeed it seems to be stored. Inside, you do see multiple people seeming to sort through the produce from quality, length, and size, and doing the basic of brushing off excess dirt and so forth.
Mm.
Do you interact with someone, or do you just
No,
look at it?
I'd probably just be observing at this point, trying to figure out what they're doing to preserve it, basically, to the best of their abilities.
Yes. Oh, that's where I forgot to look at how people preserved vegetables in the fucking Middle Ages. Does anyone here know? Oh, yeah, Joel, do you know?
They pickled or they jarred them.
Yeah. So
Can you
for
hear me?
yeah, they picked or jarred them.
Yeah, like turn them into preserves, turn them into pickles.
Didn't they throw some fruits just into the barrel them and then toss them in the lake to freeze during winter?
And yeah, you can do that too.
Yeah, but this is midsummer though, so
I was just throwing in another preservation
that-
thing.
but yeah, that's interesting.
Another thing people would do is they would what is it called? They would take their produce, and they would dig a hole under their house and then
Yep.
store it under there.
Uh-huh.
Our
Because
land's
it's
so
Also, having
great,
ice
so we
during
just
summer is
start
pretty
like
common because people would
then
have cellars that
I
they
do what
basically
we
just let
want.
through ice in during winter, then keep it closed. Forget the same basic just hole in the earth method.
But in terms of like preserving for long periods of time, it was pickling or turning it into jam.
Pickling very common.
But yeah, so right now though you don't see like any like in this warehouse any preserving methods. It's mostly just sorting through and getting everything into their correct designation and so forth. To see whether or not something is rotten, gone bad. You do see like occasionally some here and there something is thrown out. And it also seems like some here and there are preserved for different purposes.
I mean, reserved.
Yeah.
You said there was no preservation.
Yeah, in which case I'd probably just either saunter around a little more, just trying to see anything more, or just return straight back to the wagons.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably
probably
gonna
just the wagons.
just burst into their workspace and start singing like a fucking madman.
Hey,
what he's
on.
what's
I
up,
want it.
my
Common sense.
beautiful bastards?
I think I have that amount of common sense at least.
Do you, Frankie?
Do I?
Sing to them and they'll love you. And they'll give you fruits.
Nah. I'd probably understand that it's not always welcome with music, especially after failing that music in the caravan town.
Well, you only failed it
Very
once. You
nice.
succeeded the other time.
Yeah,
the road.
but at least then I'd probably learn that, okay, music isn't for every situation. And I might not always succeed in my playing of my flute. It's not the best thing to do. So yeah, I'd probably just walk back to the wagon.
Yeah, no, you do watch them sort out stuff, and you do see occasionally, like bags of what have been sorted would be taken to another place, and you do follow that trail. And here you do see indeed that some of it is turned into pickling or other preservatives, or put into other storage areas. Yeah, deep below the ground into their own burrows.
Just
I guess the
taking
other way
note
that
of
they
this
can
to a certain degree.
Yeah. The other way that they can that was commonly used to preserve is leaving like fruit out in the sun and turning them basically into raisins.
Yeah, drying it.
Mm-hmm.
Sun dried.
Yeah, sun drying all of it because you want to remove moisture.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they can add moisture later on to enjoy it.
Also
Not
smoking.
necessarily.
Yeah, not necessarily.
But they
You
don't
don't
really
really
have meat.
smoke. You don't really smoke
That-
vegetables and fruits. It's
I
more
thought you could smoke
sun-drying.
vegetables. I thought you could
You
smoke
can, but
vegetables.
it's
not
not
fruits,
as-
but fruits are
Not as
weird.
common.
fucking smoked fruit doesn't sound good at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I looked at like
Fermentation is
okay, I
there
had to
too.
like small diversions. Has anyone tried like as I seen like on the internet all the fucking time, grilled watermelon or stuff like that?
Yeah.
No, I've never tried it. I've seen it.
No.
Went.
Yeah. I've
Watermelon's
had it.
good.
Yeah,
It's
so
fine.
it's fine. So how does the taste like
Yeah.
differ from like proper watermelon? Like does
It tastes like watermelon, but it kind of is smoky.
Hmm.
I don't know.
So it's
Now,
it's
the
making
thing that's
watermelon
weird
worse.
to me is, that's why I said it's fine. It's not great. It's just fine. The weird thing that's weird to me is people that salt their watermelon.
what?
No, that's actually not too weird.
that's
Salting
sweet
salting a lot
salty.
of fruits makes it sweeter. I don't know if it does with
I
watermelon.
don't like it, but
And the combination of sweet and salty is always a good combination, basically.
Like
A
I
lot
know
of
you
my
salt
family-
grape. I know a lot of people that salt grapefruits, for example, because it
Yeah.
makes them taste sweeter.
yeah,
Don't
but
know.
no, a lot of my family salts their watermelon. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, no,
I
like
don't know the
watermelon.
reason. Watermelon's
I
just
just
great. Just
yeah.
eat the watermelon.
yeah, with watermelon I just like the watery fulfillment of like slight sweetness, just and the
Watermelon's great.
crunchiness.
Crunch.
Crunch.
Yeah, I'll say this much: salted watermelon tastes like something that I
Because the
can't
last
say on
like
Twitch.
3 duels she had, she ate 6 more because
Yeah.
was able
Yeah.
Anyways, Steve,
Anyways, D&D.
somebody's salting their watermelon to preserve it. Weird.
And no, I do like this whenever we come with questions like this because it just allows more learning of history.
Learning.
So questions are fine. Dick jokes are not fine.
No, it's not a dick joke.
It could be.
It's not though. It doesn't taste like
It
that.
could be.
Yeah, I know the taste.
Wait a minute.
Hang on. No. Quite no. We move on. Move on. Straight ahead. We move on. So yeah, you see them put their refugees in their burrows, and then we move straight back to the cart. Warble has finished his stuff. Cedric is an idiot who is illiterate, and Adrian comes back to you and says,
Can't read.
"Hey, so we've been offered to stay with the farmhouse for a dinner this evening, and we'll be able to rest here before we head on first off, and they'll be loading the cart with some vegetables, some fruits, and so forth. And excitedly, some milk, which is quite rare. We don't have much of that these days. Mostly the farmers drink it. But maybe I'll be able to.
Really? Milk.
Yes. Well, milk, yeah.
You do realize that milk has a terrible shelf life, right, Michael?
Oh, yes.
Like that's why we
Terrible.
made cheese. Cheese is how you transport.
Oh, yes.
It's fresh milk. That's what you're saying, I think, right?
Yeah, it's fresh
Or-
milk, and the farmers are trying
Okay,
to.
I thought you meant. they were, like he was like buying milk. I was like, Michael, that's not gonna last.
I was about to bully Mikael a bit, but I decided not to. So I'm glad you decided to. Not in a different manner, completely different. But
Oh, yeah, no, I know milk has a shitty shelf life.
no, it wasn't that. I was going to ask
Oh.
where the milk's from, which I'm assuming he was going to say the same thing he has previously. Oxen, but the thing is, oxen are just male cows that have been neutered. So that basically was like, jerked off a male cow.
They don't have to be
GG.
neutered.
Oxen are specifically neutered, otherwise they're a
Also,
bull.
That's a steer.
How sure are you?
Like pretty sure.
Ox, a castrated bull.
Well,
Yes,
well, that's what it says on
otherwise they're a bull.
Wikipedia. But maybe,
And
yeah.
anyways, I'm quite sure that there were female bison as well, so...
Yeah, he said female ox, which
Oh.
earlier I was like, I'm just gonna ignore it.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
shit,
I don't
I
know
didn't
all
notice
the
that.
exact wording all the time.
Didn't even notice.
Females are called cows, males are called bulls, castrated males are called oxen.
Ah, here it is. Okay, so a ox is when you refer to a singular castrated bull, and a steer is a group of cattle that are castrated that are used for meat production.
Ah.
So there are no steers in this place as far as I understand it.
Hopefully not. Otherwise, they're making mistakes.
I don't know. It's just me not knowing the terminology entirely correctly.
No, it's fine. That's what I said. That's why I didn't bully you. I'll bully you for a lot of things, such as your accent. I won't bully you just for not being right. I'll just tell you afterwards.
I'll bully you for things you were born with, not things that you could learn.
Exactly.
You fucking asshole!
I'm glad you get it. It's not about learning and growing.
It's about racism.
It's about being an asshole.
It's about prejudice.
Fucking
and racism and bigotry.
Veoxes. Fucking hell.
God damn it. God damn it, I
So
swear.
what you're trying to say is let the ox decide its own gender, huh?
Let it bite its own balls off and come out.
A guy in chat.
Yeah, listen here, guy in chat. Fuck off.
Don't fuck off. I love
yeah.
you.
No, you're our only viewer as well.
Well, that's
Stay
more or
forever.
less.
Stay
Stay.
forever, dumb boy.
Help us promote this stupid ass goddamn game. Anyhow,
Anyhow, D&D.
yeah, you're able to stay at the farmstead and you do get a lovely dinner, which does indeed have, not in large amounts, but in small amounts, some meat.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, it's mostly salted and dried though, seeming to be preserved from when, and as it say, that it was from when one of the bulls died of old age. But yeah, they seem accepting of all of you. Though again, well, you get weird looks, but this is part of the course by now.
Yeah.
But they don't seem to ostracize you for you being yourself.
Yay.
And then you get to enjoy a lovely evening.
That's something.
Yeah, no, if you want to, like they do like kind of like have like small festivities during the night with some storytelling and some music centered around a piano. If you would want to join in, Hadrim?
Do I get advantage?
I don't
Seeing as
know.
I'm basically joining in on the performance.
Yeah, sure, I'll say it. It's supposed to be a fun night. Roll W1.
Watch me roll 2 nat ones or something, two
nat
horrible
20s, let's
rolls.
go.
Or that.
Oh, two
I
amazing
mean,
rolls.
that's pretty close. That's 2 16s.
Yeah, no, you join in and you join with a very quite jovial tune. And the festivities increase as everyone seems to be more accepting of you and basically enjoyment is had.
Yay.
But the night does come and so does sleep. But yeah. The morning comes and a Trind meets you outside where the cart has been filled with produce, preserved and otherwise, and some fresh for early selling.
Stinky cheese.
Yes, and also stinky cheese, yes. And he tells you the future plans. So the plans will be as such. We'll go down. Some of these supplies I'll be taking with me for the expedition, for what I'm hired for. And of course for us to eat on the road, but most of it I'll be selling to the knights themselves so they can furnish their expedition on their own end. So, you know, making a profit while making a profit. And then we'll simply be starting to head towards the east. There's a large body of water there, but there's a decently small but ferocious river, but around this time of the year the water seems to lessen slightly in its ferocity. So we'll be taking us over there, and then there should be some hills, I'm told, on the other side. And on top of one of the close by hills we'll be building a watchtower. We'll be having several cars of oxen with us, or several oxen drawn carts with us. We'll be standing for iron, food, and so forth. Some others will be standing for large wooden logs for the base of the tower and some little planks. And that's the idea. I just wanted you all to be aware of the plans if you have any inquiries or something you want to do on the way towards the place.
I thought you said that the forest was up here.
Oh. Ah, of course. I said it when I didn't know you guys were run from here. Yes, this is the Dark Forest. That's kind of like gestures toward the land. Again, they had real knack or urge to wipe out every single tree.
So there's no trees.
Not really. You can find some here and there, and there are some like some special kind of apple trees here and there that they use for farming apples, producing apples. But most of the land was cleared out, and it's a good thing we did, because then we found actual land we could farm upon. And around here there are apparently some deep aquifers that the wells are where the water is taken from through wells. And yeah, we're able to actually farm this land. So this is the main
Silence for task.
this is the main one of the 3 main farmsteads.
Miko, what kind of vegetables and fruit do they have? Is it like, do they have apples at this dinner at all?
Oh yes, they had apples and pears.
Did they? I was about to ask if they had the seeds inside. I doubt they cut open our apples, took the seeds out, then just.
Oh, they do have their seeds inside, and since this is really early on, there are a lot more like seeds to meat ratio.
Okay. Then he would. Is this during dinner? Did they explain this or way after? During breakfast, or whatever. I don't know.
But yeah,
I got
so
lost in thought
At this
about
time,
something.
I'm quite sure that is the day after
Day
everything
after?
has been loaded on the caravan, and
I was
we are
concerned about
basically
that.
about to leave.
Then he.
yeah, we can
For-
rewind slightly if you
okay.
want to.
No, it's fine. He'll say it now because it's information now is what matters. I apologize. I missed the bit of moving on. I got very distracted by thoughts of stuff.
Oh, it's all fine.
And
Yeah.
things.
He will ask, are the people here the people that
Farmers?
hosted us?
Yes,
At all?
they're inside the main building, and they're still like enjoying breakfast talks and so forth.
Okay, then
Though a lot of the young people have already moved out to go about their duties around the farmsteads.
then he will turn towards Horrible and say, I expected trees and possible life, but if it's any consolation, you might be able to ask them for some of the seeds from the plants, and you could at least have that.
I guess, but they already have those plants here. I was really hoping to see some trees.
They have them here, but they don't have them other places. You could possibly spread them as you go.
Johnny Appleseed.
Johnny Appleseed, you be Johnny Appleseed.
Yeah, no, you eat an apple, so you could have saved the apple seeds.
Yeah, I'll save them.
Yeah, though you do know that like to increase like their nutritional or basically
Yeah,
they
but he
want
has
the
root craft.
flesh.
He can just like bam sprout.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, that's true. Yeah,
Man,
I'm
he can
sure.
be Johnny Appleseed. If he takes like 5 apples, he can make fucking dozens of trees. Because he's like,
Yeah.
1, root craft.
Yeah, that's
I
fucking
mean,
true.
it's not like a full tree. It's just
It's a
the
sprout.
sapling.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it's
which
still
tends to
the
be, like,
reason
the
that
most
needs the
difficult.
apple and all the seeds is just to make the sapling, and then it grows naturally. But you can just skip that entire step. You just be like, boop.
You know,
all the
they
danger
do
of
also
seed
need
failure
like
chick
the
gone.
apple itself, because like it's kind of like part of giving the seed early nutrition for growth
Yeah.
spurt.
But that's magic, ain't it? Fuck
That's
nutrition.
fucking true.
You feed off magic. You be Johnny Appleseed. Just get like 100 seeds from like 10 apples and go fucking plant seeds
Oh,
everywhere
yeah.
you go. Apple trees everywhere.
Yeah, it wouldn't be hard for you to grab some apple seeds.
Yeah,
And
I'll collect.
and again, in the cart itself, there are some apples and some pears and some stuff like that.
Can you get them in a pot for reasons?
You don't get to grow shit in pots.
It's a Johnny Appleseed reference. You
Oh, I'm just
pot
referring
on
to
the
the
head.
old game. You and your fucking pots
Yeah,
and growing stuff
everything
in.
carried in a pot.
Hell yeah.
Like Warble Johnny Appleseed, wear a pot in his head. Grow apple trees everywhere.
But yeah, you get your apple seeds and yeah, you could decide to just carry them. Huh. And yeah, and so Atrin, having laid out the plan for you all, is there any things you want to point in, or are you ready for the journey south?
Well, while we're here, if we could procure just a bit of wood, because I have a habit of, well, very rapidly losing bolts, it seems. Those are the things that I fire from the crossbow I shot before. And I have no backup, so
Well,
if we go west and it is dangerous. East. If we go east and it's dangerous.
well, we don't know, but again, we did buy some planks and we haven't had to do repairs yet. Would they be suitable, or?
I had to out of character think about that for a second. Probably. I was like, would planks be thick enough? Yeah, planks are thick enough. Bolts aren't that massive. Bolts are pretty.
Yeah, especially
small
these
still.
plants, cause like in these times they didn't like really have like that
Yeah, it
thin
gets super
kind.
thin. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought about it for a second, and I realized, yeah. You know, he'd nod and say, well, I did want to save that just in case, but if you're not
Yeah.
concerned, then...
Well, we also we are going by a warehouse. We could most likely see if there are some thinner trees or branches that are still stored there.
There's none.
They most likely hand some over. There's such an abundance of them, so they wouldn't really care. The worth that's getting out of them is the craftsmanship. So yeah. The most
deliver
reason
them.
they are there is to stop them from catching on fire.
I see.
Yeah, we had a few accidents in the past.
Stinky.
Uh-oh.
Stinky. Poopy.
No, please, don't do it. Frankie, I beg of you, don't do it.
It begins.
So, do we head off?
Yes.
Even in chat.
Did you...
But yeah, you begin your journey down south again. And you do indeed head throughout the wood storage to get yourself and you can roll me a nah, they have enough here. And you easily get yourself a set of branches that you can use to craft about 40 bolts in total.
I will literally just put in my inventory, because I'll craft them during the travel back down. 40 bolts without head.
Yep, now
By
you
the
need
way, I
iron.
just glue. No, when I fire the other ones and I pull them back out, I just fucking shove the glued thing back on them. And...
But yeah, we can expedite the travel down south again because it's true territories
Yay.
known. As I realized I need to put like a small light on this tower as well.
You know what that means?
What?
More than a week has passed. On the way back.
Yeah. 2 more days basically. So when we get
Yeah.
down here,
Like here, I think. I mean, down here.
then
Right.
we have had a
Yeah.
week of travel.
Hehehe.
Yeah, so come here, then you had the week, right?
Here.
Oh yeah, it only took
5
you
days up, 2 days down.
Yeah, it only took you a day to come up here.
Down
Even
here.
though it is 2
I-
days travel. I guess I fucked up.
That is
something.
2 days. Well, it happens,
Oh,
you
in
know?
which case we have 6 days.
You really hauled ass that day.
Apparently. Are you saying that it was 6 days up?
Oh, no,
Or
measure it, man.
5 days up?
Right click. It's every 24 is... I can't
Yeah,
right
so-
click. I can't do
Yeah,
it.
basically 2 days up here, then 1, 2, 3 here, and then 1, 2. So 7.
198.
Oh, 1 week up, 1 week down, boys.
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
2 inches.
198 divided by 24 is 8 days.
Huh. I
Even
guess
better.
like you kind of teleported every time.
We did teleport every
Kinda,
so
yeah.
often.
Yeah.
You know, just short distances.
That's fine.
Teleport
But
it behind someone.
that means that he already has had an opportunity to do an intelligence check, and on the way down he gets another one.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'll grant that. Roll me an
Oh
intelligence.
my god. I'm gonna use both my inspiration.
Yeah, boy.
I'm gonna roll them first, you know. But I'm definitely gonna end up doing it, I think. Great. I'm gonna use my first inspiration. Crit 23. So that's 2 crits now, 2 crits in a row for it.
Okay, rolling next. Or yeah. So what did I tell you to write for the first one you succeeded?
Organized, I believe it was.
You told me first check succeeded. Methods are separated and organized.
Yes. So sorry. Okay, I know I need some water. As I think.
As he plans the next
Well, I'm
move.
assuming we're ending pretty soon, right?
Well, we could go on, cause I would really, but I guess not. We have had some roleplay and we have had some, so I guess we could. I guess the
My parents want to go to dinner.
Oh, yeah, I guess we could, and so we'll do this roll, and then we'll save the next one for when you actually get down here.
You bastard. Okay.
Needs time to plan.
No, I don't. I need stuff to happen. but at least I
I was
have.
thinking more plan what happens with the organized papers and such, and
Oh,
what
no,
happens
don't
next from
worry.
that.
Oh, so
Oh.
now you're starting to narrow down a distinct. What's it called? A distinct design. And since you've been particularly trying to hunt down for a certain one, which is, or actually that's a good question, the gun or the bullets?
Bullets.
Yes, and you have narrowed down this production of bullets. As you can see that from the gems are formed some sort of powder, and so you can write down that you have understood the first step to crafting the reagents for the bullets. And you know that you need a quite extremely durable metal that can withstand extreme shock, that is extremely rigid almost, and it also needs to be able to endure extreme heats. So a very durable metal is needed.
For the casing or for the crafting of this powder.
For the crafting of the powder, that's for the casing. For crafting
Okay.
of the powder, you need some kind of instrument that is able to wear down these crystals. And so far, your own just casual study of it, and using your own iron weaponry does not seem to have had any effect on it. Or your metal weaponry,
You could
whatever
grab
you
my
have.
mortar and pestle.
The steel won't work, but the porcelain will.
Oh, it's not porcelain. Don't flatter yourself. It's rock. It's a rock and a rock.
Yeah.
Rock and a rock. Great. Second check succeeded. Narrowed down production of bullets. Now understand green powder accelerant. Needs impact and heat resistant metal for casing.
Yeah, sounds good.
Because I'm assuming the powder was the accelerant. It's the gunpowder, yeah? More or less.
Yes.
Also, just like to say that we have officially earned ourselves 2 gold coin buoys each. I might add.
Oh, yeah? Damn.
3 copper a day for 8 days is 24 coppers.
So
That's
That's
2
true.
We're
gold pieces.
rich.
I'm up to 28 coppers, boys.
Fuck yeah! I'm fucking rich because I have 6 silver pieces left. Hell yeah. So I basically have 2 gold pieces already. Damn. Not bad. But then again, we don't really know much about what things cost yet.
Hmm. Heat resistant. Interesting. I wonder what can be used.
But yeah, so we'll call it there then, right, Joel? You have to leave right now, or you can.
Yeah, I can stay for a bit, but I just know that they want to go soonish.
Yeah, so
In
you,
which
you can
case,
tell. Yeah,
the
we're
next
going.
part.
We'll just say it, and yeah, we're going to end it here then.
All right.
Bye bye.
And
Bye
like, yeah, you
bye.
can tell your parents, and then we can have a little post chat maybe.
Yeah, 1 second.
As yeah, even though again, not much happened, but we got a little bit more roleplay in. Your characters learn a bit more about the world and your personalities, and I really enjoyed what you brought there, Frankie, when you like talked about like what your purpose was. I thought that was real good.
You. I felt like that was something to consider at least.
Yeah.
And I feel like I got a satisfactory answer to this as well. For,
Yeah.
for the time being, we don't really know much, so get that information first before you plan anything more.
I mean, we have learned a lot.
Not enough yet, I believe. There's still a lot that needs. We need to learn more specifically what the currency allows us to do, basically, and how much things are worth. I believe that's a good step next. But
Yeah.
we should actually probably ask the guy that is trading for a living about that. Well,
Yeah.
that's a good question for next time.
Yeah. And yeah, I'll just take like a small moment here for if we have any viewers I will get. Like, subscribe, follow on Twitch and all that stuff, you know. For the
Post the
metrics.
music.
No, I haven't been using any of him. His.
Oh, in which case.
Cause yeah, I'm again trying to like have. I want to just try to, and especially with like the recent, if you don't know, Twitch got fucking hit by DMCA and
Yeah.
everything.
Hmm.
So I want to use my license stuff.
This makes sense.
But yeah, in all, I think like it was a fun session. We have a lot of fucking jokes, but we also got.
We learned a lot of lore.
Yes.
That's true. This was kind of a lore dump of an episode.
I learned I get to hate the knights like I hated the dwarves. Exciting.
Why do you hate them so much?
Why do I hate the knights?
Politics.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're assholes. They poorly. They are very poor with their metals, and instead of openly allowing anyone to join the craft to rapidly grow its knowledge, like it seems woodworking has grown, because woodworking's actually decent. They've decided to completely monopolize it, preventing it from growing any kind of decent of a pace, and now they have crude ass metals because of it. So fuck the knights.
To me. Fuck.
Yeah, no, you're starting to uncover a little bit lore, a little bit about the world, about the political situation of this
Discovered we
area.
really needed to go south to
Well-
that city.
Oh, to Grunmur?
Yeah, discovered we really need to get there.
We need to get to Grunmur. We have to go even further south to just have a look at what that farmer. What was it called? It was called the. Oh,
Sorry, Frankie, the meme.
Even some
the
Reddit-
Farmland Federation.
Yeah.
Gotta figure something out about that, I guess.
And fucking Christ.
I see you
That's a
found
good.
the gift.
It's a good gif. That's a good gif.
Yeah, and it's not the farmlands; it's the farmers' federation.
Farmers
Farmers
Federation. Sorry about that.
Do they have potato?
Do
Most
they
likely,
have
yeah.
potat?
Are they the
I
United
can
Dairy
make
Farmers?
vodka
Oh yeah,
for Mother Russia.
yeah. We're gonna continue to talk this end game, and I'm just gonna end the stream. So goodbye, everyone, for watching, and thank you for watching.
Bye, internet.
Bye,
Alright,
buddy.
Then I'll go as well.
Yeah, cheers.
Okay.
See
Bye.
y'all.
Bye bye.
Bye.